all of
Hold up. Oh my God, I didn't turn on all that. Hello, everybody, bloody good. How's everybody doing on this fantastic Friday, everybody? Chat. It is React Day today, okay? We have a lot of videos we're going to be watching. We're live a little bit early today. I said I was probably going to be live around 2. We're live around 1. We got a lot of videos that we're going to be watching, chat, including Rundown. We'll do this real quick, and then we'll yap for a minute before we hop in. I literally just added this one. It's only 4 minutes. We might not get to all these videos. I have like 7 of them queued. Why do Joe Bart's thumbnails look like that? The horror of water parks. What's the most expensive thing ever? Really hyped for this. Love Jack Pockets. Probably one of the best YouTubers. Most underrated YouTubers, IMO. When a franchise literally refuses to die, Jackass answers the 50 most certain questions the most deformed animals humans have ever made. We might save this for Monday if we don't have time for it. And then we have a Star Talk video with Neil deGrasse Tyson. So we got a lot of videos queued. Here's the schedule. Reacts today. Tomorrow and Sunday, I am not live. It's the semifinals and the finals of the World Cup. I'm going to be watching that shit off stream, not live. Monday, reacts into Friend Slop or random games, don't know yet. Tuesday, Photo Anomaly. Super hyped for that game. It's going to be really scary. It's going to be really fun. It looks like a good horror game. Into other random games, maybe Friend Slop as well if we don't do it on Monday. Switch flip-flop depending on which day we do it. Wednesday, I'm not live. Thursday, Shift at Midnight finally drops. They've pushed the date back 3 times. It's finally coming out. We're going to be playing Shift at Midnight on Thursday and other random games, obviously. Friday, we're going to be doing a React Day as well as an Alvea Sanctuary charity stream. Matching chat stonos up to 10K for Maya's Animal Sanctuary. Very hyped for that as well. And I think that charity stream will be really fun. Saturday next week, we have a Block Wars Twitch Rivals event. Super hyped for that. Next Sunday, not live, then we're going to go from there. We have a Yugi collab coming up, 4v4 Bro v Bro coming up, and some other random. And then I'm gone for streamer games. I'll be co-streaming streamer games. I just won't be like IRLing it. It'll just be the main broadcast, but I'll be there. So that'll be a video of how I'm going to do it is I'm going to vlog the trip. So that'll be a video. And then I'm going to do streamer games, co-stream streamer games. But then I'll probably have an editor chop every event I'm in into a compilation. And I'll either post that as a video if Ludwig lets me or react to it. So we'll see. I think that's probably what we're going to do. And I might do like a YouTube collab or something else down there too. I'm not 100% sure yet, but that's the schedule. If you have any videos you have to watch, games you have to play, videos, /games. When we're back, next charity stream will probably be like mid-August after Alvea Sanctuary. And then what? Then we got a bunch of new games dropping, bunch of Friend Slap games dropping. We're probably going to do that Long John Silver's review soon. I also just ordered like $500 of those mystery soaps. I have to find more, but randomly, I don't know how we came up with that idea. We were talking about it yesterday. I bought those, you know when you go to like Walmart and they have those like gold bricks that are like 1 in 24 have actual gold in them, or it's like a soap bar, but when you break into it, there's like $1 to like $100. So we're going to do a video trying out the mystery. I got to find more. So if you have any suggestions for those as well, I bought mystery money bath bombs. I bought a bunch of those gold bars, and then I bought mystery soaps. What other mystery products can you buy that have like money in them or other valuable prizes? Yeah, somebody said Pokemon cards, but those are more just mystery boxes in general that are just like repacked. I feel, yeah, the candles. How do I dissolve a candle? How do I dissolve a candle? Like, do I look up mystery diamonds? Like, how do you dissolve a candle in water? Like, the soaps, I could hit it with a hammer and cut it. But, like, somebody said mystery diamond. Diamond mine, real mine gemstone, mystery rock minerals, and gems. It's $35 a box. I feel like it's not actually a real diamond. There's a real surprise diamond in one of every 24 boxes. You think there's actually a fucking diamond? Should I add these? They're 35 each. I bought 10 of the gold bar ones because they're cheap. By 24, I'm not... Why is this... Wait, no. Oh my god, I almost just got conned. Oh, it's a 6-pack for $35. I could buy a 12-pack for $60. We'll add it. This is going to be like full-on degen stream. Me just like hammering away at like shitty diamond, like hardened rocks that I'm trying to fucking break into. All right, what else? You said the candles? They're so hard to open. I planned on getting like an actual hammer and just breaking them. Like, are they that hard to break into? Use a heat gun? Or I'm going to dissolve them in water. I was going to get like a bucket of water. The bath bombs are easy. You said candles. Is there an easy way to dissolve candles, or would I have to just smash them? The candles usually have jewelry in them, and that's fucking lame because it's all like fool's gold, fake it. It's not actually silver. Bro, stop saying adult mystery box. Dude, are you understanding the video idea that I'm putting down right now? I'm saying I'm buying products that have a potentiality of having real money or gold in them. I'm not just buying mystery sex toy boxes and opening them on stream. That's TOS. That would be a good content idea, though. Oh my god, imagine that. I buy like a $500 mystery box and I pull out just like an octopus leg. That'd be crazy. I could do that. No, I really couldn't do that for YouTube. I was gonna say I could just record it, but it would be either way. Scratch offs, bro. Scratch offs don't count. Scratch offs don't count, and that's also boring. This also might be boring. This might be a shitty video idea, but I feel like it would be fun. Mystery burger, brother. CS2 cases, done that about 1 million times. I've done the bath bombs. I'll look up mystery bath bomb with money. Yeah, I bought the gold billionaire bath bomb. It's $20 a bath bomb, and there's a hidden prize inside. I also spent $20 on like 10 mystery money soaps that have up to $100 in them. I just feel like I know people are saying check Etsy at the beginning of stream. Here's my thing with Etsy is like, if I'm an Etsy owner, I'm just going to put $1 in all of them. Why would I ever put $50 in one of them? Because I'm not a registered, like, factory-based business that's going to get fucking checked by some sort of regulatory needs. Like, I'm just an Etsy owner that's, like, making bath bombs at home. I'm just going to put $1 in all of them. And then they're going to get conned. Mystery vapes. Oh, my God. Jade rocks. You want me to get cut into jade rocks? Mystery jade. Like those videos on the side of the street in, like, fucking India where they, like, buy a packaged rock and then cut into it. That's just like, I'm saying that's just gambling. It is really, I mean, what I'm doing right now is also going to be gambling. Mystery rocks. Bro, it's all the fucking gold digging kits, treasure dig kit, diamond mine. I feel like I'm going to buy the 6-pack of the diamond mine. Dancing Bear treasure kit. No, that's lame. I want to get, like, actual stuff. I want to get rare ores that I could sell for money. I feel like this is fine. Mystery Geode. Is that enough, though? Like, how long would it take me to get through that shit? I just ordered more. I have 6 of the diamond. I have 6 of the diamond ones, 10 of the gold ones, 3 of the bath bombs, and 5 of the money ones. I feel like I need something else. That's only 4 different things. I need like 6. I'll find other ones. We got to get into the content. Also, did you see the Canada wildfires? Yo, anybody live in the fucking Northeast right now or just the eastern half of the United States? Holy piss. It is like fucking Fallout 4 smog outside. It's terrible. It's terrible. Some areas, it's even worse. I'm pretty sure like Ohio right now, if you live in like Columbus, Ohio, it's like the air index is like 800. Walking outside is just like actively smoking cigarettes. 11, thank you for the 5. Lunch of the VODs. Hope you're doing well. Have you seen Entered Galactic? No, I have not. Mustard and Get for the sub. Casual King and Snake, thank you for the 3. Mystery Amazon box returns. How do you buy those? She's, thank you for the 5. Gifted 0 and YNG for the sub. Slang, thank you for the 5. What would you say are the top 7 sports you're good at? Mexican, thank you for the 3. 1 minute. I'll answer that in a second. Zob Laser, Moodish, Eye Soldier, AJ Tuck and Mao, thank you for the sub. Liv, thank you for the 3. Thank you for being inspiration. Have a good stream. Thank you. Law and R5 for the sub. Actual, thank you for the 3. My mom calls me a 1 in a million. Poutine Mister, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Mexican for the 5 gifted. Baller for the 5 gifted. Cookie for the sub. 101 for the 3. Abyss, thank you for the 1,000 biddies. 19 working 12-hour rotation shifts. Saying your VODs makes it go by easier. Well, I'm glad I'm able to help, but I'm sorry that you have those long shifts. Jenner, King, and Dookie for the sub. Artie for the 3. When you pull up the, what? Snake, thank you for the 5. 1, thank you for the sub. I want to start getting into the streaming, having trouble with a username. Any tips? You can just make it your name. I mean, I don't really know. I can't really give you tips on a username. Cookie, Ake, and why are you asking me for tips on a username? My username's just my name. Shaggy, Raven, and Cookie for the sub. Michael Labyrinth for the sub. Go ask a streamer that actually their username isn't their name. Ian Crad for the sub. Jay and It's Duck for the sub. Twisted, thank you for the 1,000 biddies. Charlie for the 10 gifted. Zenian for the sub. Kara, thank you for the 1,000 biddies. Gene, thank you for the 3. Would you forget who you are, your identity, yourself, if you swap bodies with your friend? No. Charlie and XK, thank you for the sub. Ganu and Regent for the sub. Hungrin, Kendall, Ty Mattis, Ted, thank you for the 5 gifted. Butter and Max for the sub. Baller for the tier 3. Jimbo and BB for the sub. Drin, Actual for the 3. Mister and 10, thank you for the sub. I'm going to miss some of these subs and bits. Don't send bits right now. Scully and John, thank you for the sub. Mega, thank you for the 3. 2 and Unknown for the sub. Press for the sub. Psycho, thank you for the 5. Sir, thank you for the 5. Josh, thank you for the 5. Shrek, Stella, Jerry, Z. Maggie, thank you for the 3. Coda for the 3. Big, thank you for the sub. Molias, thank you for the sub. CJ for the sub. Sincere, thank you for the 3. Jojo's for the sub. Mustard for the sub. 11, thank you for the 3. And Get Down, thank you for the sub. Mass, Fid, Abe, Sleepy, Glove, John, Scully for the sub. I'm not reading any of those bits right now. I'm sorry, chat. Please don't send bits. Please don't send bits. I feel like if you've been watching me for the past 2 months, I always say if you send bits at the beginning of stream, I'm probably not going to be able to get to a lot of them. Abe, thank you for the sub. Lane, May, Fiddle, They, Pizza, thank you for the 5 gifted. Lawn, and Abe, thank you for the sub. Anyways, chat. Somebody said top 7 sports. No particular order. What top 7 sports am I good at? Like, if I had to play somebody in 7 sports that I think I would beat them in, like an average person, I mean, like, weightlifting, if you count weightlifting, just, like, by weight. Like, I think, like, by my weight, I'm, like, not weak. Like, I think there's people that are far stronger than me, but, like, pound for pound, I think I can lift a lot. Not nearly as much as, like, actual power lifters, but more than the average person. So, that, track, football or soccer, American football, pickleball. I feel like I would beat a lot of people in pickleball. I feel like I'm not bad at pickleball. That's kind of a lame pick, though. What else? Bro, 7 sports. That's such a niche. Badminton. I feel like I'm probably better at badminton than I am pickleball. Golf, I'm horrid at golf. I am probably one of the worst golfers ever. Like, I think on a regular 18, on like a moderately hard course, if I have no gimmies, no mulligans, and I'm not using like club length, and I'm actually just playing like raw, I think I'm shooting a 130. Like, when I golfed in OC Maryland and it was windy outside, that shit was actually atrocious. Like, it would be... volleyball. Yeah, I think I would probably be pretty good at volleyball. I mean, when I play volleyball, I'm good, but I've never played like I've never played like genuine rule-based volleyball. Like, there's a lot of rotations and stuff that I've complained about in general that I think is weird. But yeah, volleyball, like, I don't know the rules, but I think if you taught me the rules on like when the back line can move up or how that works, because I know there's rules on like when you play beach volleyball, it's just like 2-on-2, or you're playing in general, it doesn't really matter. But like if you're actually playing like volleyball at like a gym, the rules are a lot different, and I don't know them. So, I don't know. But yeah. Also, I'm sorry I'm sorry I'm missing bets right now. Lonnie, Red, Julian, Who, Kyer, Maddie, Veer, Ellie for the 5, Che, Matt, and Monica for the 3. I'll try to read some of these bets. Are you going to play Assassin's Creed Remake? Don't know. I don't know if I'm continuing it. Monica, thank you for the 3. Do Pokemon cards. I don't know what they're valued at. That's the thing. Like, I'm pretty good at understanding what, like, CS skins are worth, but I'm not knowledgeable on Pokemon cards at all. So if I dropped, like, $1,000 or $2,000 on cards for a video, like, I'd be opening the packs, and I'd open, like, a GX card that I'd fucking think looks cool as shit and is worth a lot of money, and it's $5, right? Like, I don't know any value of cards. Like, obviously, I could look up a list of hits, but there could still be something that I get that's like $60, and I have no idea how worth it is. I did one with Jack when we were on that cruise, and every time we would pull GX, I'm like, bro, this card has to be worth something. He goes, maybe $2. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, oh, if it's the full art, different version, then it's 5,000. I just don't know. GX isn't a thing anymore. You know what I mean, though? Like, not GX. I don't know, like, whatever it is. Whatever it's called, where it's not just like a base card. It's something. What is, like, the term? EX. EX, yeah. Like an EX Gengar or whatever it is. Yeah, like, we pulled one of those worth $2. Ugh. Check for the sub pizza, thank you for the 5. Gifted Sleepy and Laura's, thank you for the 5. Fiddle Sleepy, Vengeful Press, thank you for the sub. Psycho, thank you for the 5. Rip the Fat Ass Plaker, advice for getting into a decent college. Write a good paper. Have a good GPA with extracurriculars. That's about it. Love all the content. I'm getting a PC. I tune into all the streams. You guys watch all your videos. Thank you for the 3. Also, I just got to say, apply to the colleges you want to go to. Like, if you're applying to college, when I went, I applied to 6 colleges that I was really interested in, and I got into all 6. And then I picked one. I applied to like 4 to 6. I don't remember how I applied to U Sciences for their PT program. Then it was like Stockton, Sacred Heart, DeSalles, and like something else. And they all had like decently high, like U Sciences was like the one that had the highest or the lowest acceptance rate just for their program. But I mean, realistically, like, even if you have a shitty GPA, you could probably go to college. It's also just, like, what colleges you're applying to. I never understand when I see those, like, it's, like, always on the back end of the year, you'll see some shit on your For You page of, like, a picture of somebody in all the colleges that they got accepted into, and they applied to, like, 35 universities. I'm like, are we doing this just to collect infinity stones? Like, there's no way you're that interested in 35 different colleges, you know? Like, there has to be some level of, these are my top 3. Right? Apply to your top. I always say apply to a reach school, maybe 2 reach schools, a safety net, and then 3 colleges that are kind of middle in between that you're like, I'd probably end up going to those. Right? And I never understand. You'll see motherfuckers just toss money at like a Harvard app. I knew guys that were in my high school that applied to like Ivy Leagues with like 3.3 GPAs. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we doing that? Like, you're just spending money. I mean, some apps, I don't know if Harvard's cost money. But like, some apps you have to pay. I'm like, you're spending a fucking $1,000 on applications applying to 30 different universities, and you're only going to go to one of them. I only applied to 2? That's all you need. You apply to 2, you get into 1, you're good. Like, you got to keep in mind, bro, most universities that you're probably going to be interested in as an average person have, like, over an 85% acceptance rate. Like, the people that aren't getting accepted are literally writing the worst essays of all time, have done nothing in the 4 years of high school, or have the worst GPA of all time, like 2.0 level shit. Like, most state colleges you're probably going to be able to get into if you just have, like, a B average and you've done some honors courses in a sport or a club. Like, they'll go, oh, they're well-rounded. You're in. Don't write about lame shit. Don't write about how you threw the last pass for your fucking JV squad quarterback You know, you're the quarterback on a JV team, and it was the last game of the finals, and you threw the pass, and it was exhilarating. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody gives a shit. Right? Same thing. Like, my parents have been divorced since I was a kid. Don't write about your parents' divorce. Everybody's divorced. Everybody's divorced. Nobody's together anymore. Lame shit. Don't write about it. You got to write about something that's unique to you, right? Like a passion you have, something that you're interested in, like what sets you apart from other people, right? And if you think it's nothing, that's not true. You're your own unique individual. Come up with something, bro. Look inward into yourself. There's something that's valuable about you. Maybe it's not even a unique experience, but it's something that is unique in how you perceive it and how it's changed your life. Like, I wrote about which is what's weird. And I know I've been getting clowned on because most people say I'm not a philosopher. I'm not a philosopher. I never said I was. He has a philosophy channel. He has a philosophy channel. Different. Anyways, I'm on the cusp of absurdist nihilism. That was corny. Admittedly, that was corny that I said that. The reason I said that, though, was because most people were saying that Brooke made me a liberal. And I'm like, dude, I'm an atheist from the state of New Jersey, which has voted blue every year for the last, like, 80 years. I mean, bro, what are we talking about? I just don't, like, I didn't understand how people convince themselves of that. 80 years? It's not 80 years. That's an exaggeration. But, like, New Jersey's a very blue state, you know? So I just don't, I was ranting about that, and I was talking about how I used to be nihilist, now I'm more under the absurdist mindset of things. But yeah, it came off corny. It came off corny. What was I saying, though? Oh, you could just write about that. Like, write about your beliefs. Write about shit that, like, is meaningful to you, right? In a way that's not just like, oh, I believe this because somebody told me it, right? Be like, I arrived at this opinion through this experience. This experience changed my way of thinking. This is why I'm interested in applying to your university to be, you know, a fucking architect, because my home fucking collapsed in an earthquake when I was 5. Like, something like that. You know, you have a unique experience in your life. You have one. Write about it. Right? You have one. It doesn't have to be unique in the sense that you're the only guy that's fucking experienced it, but be like, okay, that's something that's, like, meaningful to you. I am a fucking architect. Bro, what is that from? Oh my God, Backrooms. I watched that the other day. Good movie. Good movie. Did I talk about that? Good movie. What was with people saying it was shit? It wasn't scary at all. I'll say that. The movie was not scary. It was fucking entertaining. It felt like I was watching a Kane Pixels YouTube video. But it was 2 hours long. And I liked I'm not going to spoil it. I liked the idea, you know? I don't want to talk about it because then I'm going to give it away. But, like, I like how he developed the Backrooms. That's all I'll say. I liked how he developed the Backrooms. I thought it was good. I was scared. I don't know. It wasn't. I think it's like maybe me coming off the last horror movie I've seen was Obsession. Going into Backrooms was like the fear level was lower. And I was getting shit for saying like, oh, like old movies weren't scary. And it's like, okay, not all horror movies have to be like jump scares. It's not what I'm saying. It's just the vibe they set, right? The tone of the film. Am I uncomfortable? Is there tension, right? There was tension in the Backrooms. There was curiosity in the Backrooms. They did everything they needed to, but it wasn't a movie that I'm sitting there going, oh my God, I'm freaking out. Like, that was Obsession. Obsession was, I'm uncomfortable, I'm freaking out, what's going to happen next? I kind of want to know, and I really don't at the same time. Whereas the Backrooms was like, what's behind that door? Open that shit up. I want to know what's behind that door. You know, open it. Degloved. Why? Who the fuck is Spunky Monkey? And they're my mod. That's Verbus? Why did Verbus change their name? I'm Spunky Monkey now. Why? Well, your name's actually Spunecky. Spaneki Maneki is your name. Stay in character. You guys were spamming that yesterday. Oh my god. It was like fucking crazy. I'm wearing a Tung 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 Sahur fucking mask. Stay in character. Stay in character. Like it's the Backrooms. Fucking screaming at me. Brady and Neo for the sub. WTF. Deer Destroyer dead. Thunder. Bryce, thank you for the 5 gifted. Prince, thank you for the 3. Or for the 5. Me and my girlfriend broke up last night. I know you get these messages a lot. I want to say you helped me through everything, and I appreciate what you do. I respect and look up to you the most. Thank you, and thank you for the 5, bro, and I hope you're okay. Cal for the sub. Kate, thank you for the 3. I started reading Confessions by St. Augustine, and I learned more about his story. I don't know how much you know about him, but Augustine was deeply interested in philosophy, and I know a lot about St. Augustine. And spent a lot of time I went to a Catholic school where we primarily learned about him. I spent a long time wrestling with questions about God before becoming a Christian at 32 years old. It reminded me of some of the topics you talked about on stream and philosophy and trying to make a sense of God. I thought you might find it interesting. It's a great read. No, I loved learning about his life as well and how he kind of went down a rabbit hole of like sin for a long period of time and then turned to God. I don't think that will be the way that I perceive my own like theological or philosophical endeavors. But I know it's different for each person. Wobbin, Zombie, and Datome for the sub. Monkey, thank you for the 3. George, thank you for the 3. Dear Harvard, I'm a level 99 mafia boss on Crime City. I think my Ultra Goon skills will propel me far within your school. George for the 3. I want to say that we can hang out if you want, but drinks are on you. I'd rather not, George. Thank you for the 5, though. SQ and the Alpha for the sub. Mr. That, Storm for the sub. Carson for the 3. I want to start my own business. Any tips? I can't give you financial advice. Caricio, King, Jab, Jal, Ted for the 3, Sketty for the 3. But I've been streaming on TikTok for a year and a half. Past 2 months, got 50K total viewers each stream. That's awesome. Ted, thank you for the 3. Any good PC setups you would recommend? No. Funky and JM for the sub. Don't send bits right now. Press, thank you for the 4. Lane for the sub. Fog, thank you for the 3. Specific for the sub. Raider for the 3. MK, thank you for the 3. Monkey, thank you for the 3. Cass for the sub. Shiny for the 3. Dio for the 3. Corn, thank you for the 3. Bubble and Taz for the sub. J, KN, and Bryce, thank you for the 1,000 biddies. Lee, Raw, Actual for the 3. Bapple, Brady, Destroyer, Dead for the sub. Big, thank you for the sub. Chat, I'm locking in first video of the day, which we weren't even really going to watch, but I picked this literally as I went live. What do Joe Bart thumbnails look like this? This isn't my thumbnail, also. I don't know what this is. Or who made this?
Joe Bart's thumbnails just happen to look like this. Listen, I made this thumbnail as a...
Okay, I was using epic fail. It's 9/11. This is not a Joe Bart thumbnail. That needs to be known.
Made this thumbnail as a gross over-exaggeration as to what Joe Bart does for his videos. But like, seriously, are you gonna tell me there's like an actual tangible difference between any of these images besides the fact that I drew on...
Okay, well, that one is actually, bro, that's not even clickbait. That is a tomorrow's teaching video about how they tried to drown. Wait, oh my God, is that actually my thumbnail? That's not clickbait, though. That actually happens in the video. Like, they try to drown that kid.
Besides the fact that I drew on this one. The thing is, when I alter what Joe Bart puts on his YouTube...
Poop sandwich.
Bart puts on his YouTube videos and make this whole new rendition completely parodizing what he does, it forces the viewer to actually process what they're looking at, and in doing so, I could go cast a completely different message and meaning onto this image from the original. Also, it makes my like YouTube click-through rate like really high, so I like doing that. And listen, I've been on...
Dude, it's the method. It's the method. You gotta do, this is the thumbnail method. I don't make my thumbnails. Evan makes my thumbnails. W. Evan. If Evan gets it, I don't even think this would really become a video because the video is so short. Maybe it does. If Evan gets this video, shout out Evan. But what I want for a thumbnail is my face having some sort of emotional reaction because people know it's me, so they click on me. So that's why my face is in the video, because it has to attribute some sort of recognition to a viewer that's seen me, because that gets followers to click me more. It might get new viewers to click me less, but it gets my followers to click me more. So my face is in the video. Then you want something that's center focused. So many thumbnails are overcrowded. You want something that's center focused. Sometimes a red arrow, sometimes text. Really depends. Let me actually go through my fucking recent YouTube videos. Hold up. Like, this one's actually bad in my opinion. Not bad. Like, it's the what needed to be the video, but there's too much going on. There's nothing that really like sits in your face as like easy to click on. Really easy to click on. Really easy to click on. How are they profitable? Your eyes dart to the Spirit Halloween. This one, you're just staring at me and Jack drinking in the cruise ship. The GOAT, and it's just Michael Jackson and something else really good. He blended the two images better. Right? They're not like complicated thumbnails, but it's just like easy to stay. It's like easy to stare at, easy to click at. Two dudes in a trench with masks on and a machine gun. It's the center of your, it's like there always is a center point. You want them to be able to just look at the middle of the thumbnail and understand everything without having to move their eyes around. Like if you stare at the center of this thumbnail, you see Liver King, you see Where's Joe Rogan, and then my face. And it just makes perfect sense. Simple, stupid faces. That's what you need. And it's like, people go, Joe, you look like a dumbass. I'm like, yeah, that's like the Mr. Beastification, bro. Thumbnails have to be exaggerated now. You can't just be sitting here like, you got to be like,
thin ice with,
and that's not new. That's not new. Like, I remember when I was in high school, fucking H3 and iDubbbz were making fun of like the dick sucking faces people made in thumbnails where you're like,
you know,
it's been around for years, man.
The people who want to put pagers in my pockets that explode. The thumbnail for this video is a bit too out there. So if you don't mind, I'm going to be very educational, PG, and family friendly for the rest of the video because I don't want to like fall out of a balcony in 3 months. Why exactly do YouTube thumbnails happen to be very good reaction images? Now, to answer that question properly, I need to go break down the information.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. Oh my God, the art of the LARP, fake fan, Logan Paul reading a magazine or manga of One Piece.
Reaction images. Now, to answer that question properly, I need to go break down the information into small bits. We need to get inside of the mind of a YouTube creator to understand the process of making a YouTube thumbnail. For the most part, YouTube creators just take the path of least resistance as much as possible. And usually what that entails is that a YouTube creator is just gonna go make a YouTube video as lazily as possible and then remember at the very end that they need to go make a YouTube thumbnail for that video. Then they go open up Photoshop and try to figure out exactly how they should go condense a bunch of information about a YouTube video into one singular image. And generally speaking,
I mean, when I do a YouTube video, regardless of what it is, I mean, there's more to go off of, admittedly, because it's a commentary video. But I don't like so many streamers. I gotta say this. I understand I make commentary content. All right. And a lot of people have their own takes on commentary content. And there's a lot of people that feel and genuinely believe that I'm stealing content. I've said this and I'll say it again. If I react to a creator that doesn't want me to react to their content, they could tell me to never react to them again, and I won't, and that's happened once or twice. They could copyright my videos, which they do a lot of the time, and they get all the revenue for it. Or they could copyright share, which is also another mechanic that sometimes happens. Up to the creator, right? Secondarily, I'm not a creator comparable to other Twitch streamers, which will remain unnamed, that don't really talk during the videos they watch. They maybe add 3 minutes of commentary. They literally copy the title the creator used and just put react at the end of it. I'm changing things. I'm changing they'll use the same thumbnail the creator used and put their face over it. I pay my editor to make a unique thumbnail. I change the title myself. I'm reacting to the video for over twice the length the video is. Like if I watch a 20-minute video, I'm watching it for an hour and a half. Like, most of the time. There are videos that I don't, and I feel bad about that. Like, I don't like making videos. I usually end up not making them videos most of the time if the commentary isn't worthy, right? In the sense of how much length I'm actually adding to the video. So that's why a lot of the time the YouTube audience is like, why do you pause so much? Because I'm not going to try and make a video if I'm not able to actually react to it. Anyways, back to what I was saying. What I do with my editor when I have the thumbnail, and I do have the benefit of it being a commentary video, even when it's not, I give him the title of the video, and then I say, like, sometimes the title of the video alone gives him what he needs, but a lot of the time I'll be like, I want you to do this and have this text saying this. And he'll send me something usually. Like, most of the thumbnails that he sends me, I give him a correction. So he never really gets it dead on most of the time. Like, it's like 50-50. He'll send me a thumbnail. I'll go change this, change this, change this. He'll send it back. Some of them, it's like he does 6 iterations, and then I get to the opinion where I'm like, this isn't going to be a perfect thumbnail. Some things are impossible to thumbnail. We're just going to do this. Ludwig's talking about you again. Side switch.
17K viewers. I think for this stream I might have had like 27K. It's more, but it's not enough to cover all the bills. Was it worth it? What do you think?
Yes.
Why?
Because, yeah, even though it was a live stream, 24 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could get clips, YouTube, shorts, and it's like so many that you could benefit from just that.
I can do that from my home for free.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's different too.
Adapt?
I think now you have the case study of what that much money turns over for content. You know,
I mean, one of the biggest things that I've seen in Ludwig's channel is when he's done an outreach to doing, do you remember that era where Ludwig went from doing like the content he currently makes as a mixture of like big project and small project, kind of like regular streams, to only doing big project content? And it's like, you see that, and Ludwig can make a video doing a gamer gauntlet, get 2 million views on it. Or he could spend 2 months planning something, pour $30,000 in it to get 5 million views. So it's like the risk and reward for some of these things is sometimes worth it, but only in certain amounts. That's why you see him do things that are big and small at the same time, so he's able to fund those big projects even if they don't work together. That's the risk of being a content creator like Jack Pembroke. Because if you're a content creator like Jack Pembroke and you have to pour $10,000 into every single video you make, if it flops, gets demonetized, gets taken down, gets copyrighted, you literally lose money. Like when I was talking to Jack, there are videos he makes where he breaks even because the video gets taken down, or he gets into legal trouble, or he does something where like he's doing the stealth camping and the police come to him and they go, you got to fucking take this shit down, right? And it's like, that's bad, right, for him. But when you're able to mix it, that's like the benefit there. And, you know, then he has big projects like streamer games that he could actually put money towards.
Your question, okay, is it worth it? Streamer games, year 1, guess what it did? It lost money. Streamer games, year 2, guess what it did? About broke even. Streamer games, year 3, guess what it's gonna do?
Lose
It's gonna make money. Yeah.
Oh, now it'll make money.
Right, the more often you do an event, the better you will get at doing it for cheaper. Also, the more
Well, the more hype, he could get bigger streamers behind it, better
event
sponsors.
now. The streamer you hyped this year, how long did Kai spend hyping this up? 2 weeks, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe? When did y'all find out when you're gonna fly in? A week ago?
Yeah.
Right? But why did y'all come? Because you knew what streamer you was. All right? You knew the opportunity that it was because it's already proven. So doing things multiple times is a good thing. You can't hammer it home, right? You don't want to be the 50th season of The Simpsons. You gotta try some new shit, but if something works, do it again. This is what you should be doing.
Oh, that's just buckets of content if you want to talk about that. That's Mr. Beast as a creator. Buckets of content. You create and come up with an idea, and it's a bucket. An idea of a bucket that I do is chat suggested Amazon products. That shit banged. Chat suggested Temu products came after that. Chat suggested Etsy products. Hell, I'll probably do chat suggested Amazon products in parentheses again. And that video will bang. Mr. Beast does it with last to leave the grocery store wins $500,000. Last to leave the airplane. Can you stay on a private island with something? And he just reiterates that idea 5 times until it starts losing views, and then he switches. It's just you have to come up with one idea that you can remake in 5 different ways.
The last week, month of school, whatever, because you're excited to get to Christmas, okay? As a creator myself, I can get very tired of the monotony. I have a strict schedule I adhere to. I go live X amount of days.
What is he talking about Christmas?
2 videos. You do that for 8 years, it gets boring. So what keeps me going is Christmas. I make myself a Christmas. For me, personally, it is a big event. Something I'm really excited to do. I have streamer games in 2 weeks. I'm excited to do that. So I know, okay, I gotta get all my
Yo,
ducks.
why are we saying Joe Bauer is a fat ass in chat? Must ban that guy. Might as ban that guy.
Excited to do that. But I know I gotta do my work, okay, before to get to that. Make yourself a Christmas. It can be whatever. Something you're excited to do. Maybe it is a big streamed event. Maybe it is a YouTube video recording.
I thought he was talking about Christmas revenue at first. I was gonna say, yeah, Christmas revenue on YouTube. This is the month of December on YouTube in terms of ad revenue. Whoop. Climbing. Christmas hits, plateau, January 1st. Nosedive. You could have the best viewed month ever in January and make less money than a month in December where you had half as many viewers. Because ad revenue spend is rock bottom in Q1. No one spends money in Q1. No one wants to buy ads in Q1. That's why when you watch YouTubers from January to March, that's the time where there's the least amount of YouTube mid-rolls because no one wants to spend money. And right before, there's the most because people are going to spend money the most during the Christmas holiday season, and they're trying to get money out so they can write it off for taxes right before the year ends. So in the first fucking 3 months of the year, there's like nothing.
These YouTubers are going to be following a formula for each and every single thumbnail that they produce, considering that when they do that, they don't have to think as much, and what you end up with is an image that makes a general statement about a very wide subject matter. And obviously, there's going to be like clickbait and a bunch of over-sensationalized slop on the thumbnail too, because they need to go maximum.
Yo, I'm going to say, I feel like my thumbnails aren't really that much clickbait. Like, I feel like in my mind, clickbait is a lie. Like, I'm baiting you to watch the video, and what the thumbnail or title isn't what the video is. If you click on a video of mine, the title and the thumbnail are what the video's about. Like, word for word. My face, however, scariest. Okay, sometimes it's clickbait. Horror game-wise, this is the scariest game ever. It's not that scary, but...
Optimize the analytics. And listen...
Gaming...
And the thing about all that is that it does the exact same thing that a reaction image does. If you reply to a TikTok video with like an image of I show speed or something, and the purpose of using that image is to make a statement about something else, and for that specific reaction image to actually be relevant to what you're talking about, whatever statements said reaction image needs to make needs to be as general as possible. Hence why I say reaction images and YouTube thumbnails do the exact same thing. But on top of that, whenever you use a YouTube thumbnail as a reaction image, you're not only making a statement about the thing that you're making a statement about, you're also making a statement about the original context of the YouTube thumbnail, which leads to people making Brazilian funk edits of YouTube thumbnails on TikTok, and then that becomes a trend in of itself, and then later on, the original creators of said thumbnails that people were using as reaction images catch on to the point where they start clip farming their own thumbnails. And I'm not just saying...
Unreleased video. Hold up. I gotta pull this up. This is a video about thumbnails. It's just about reiteration. This will probably have a worse click-through rate, but the people that get it will get it. And so, like, you'll click on it.
This to say this, I know YouTubers. They tell me that they're doing this. I can see their thumbnails. They're doing it, okay? I can tell. Now, what that might entail is people going onto my YouTube channel and spec elementing it and then changing the title to like "Can Joe Bartolozzi melt steel beams?" Maybe that's like the next step in the arms race of people making new reaction images. You know how people feed like images into ChatGPT and then tell it to go put like a bunch of lightning around it or something? And the whole point of doing that is just to get a bunch of likes and a comment under some random TikTok or something. Are people now gonna go into Photoshop or Inspect Element and make up thumbnails that never existed of popular YouTubers just so that they can go make a very specific reaction image that would work really well? And because of the fact that there's a bunch of algorithms promoting that comment at the top of the comment section, and that'll just lead to a positive feedback loop of people making new and new thumbnails over and over again. All of that because Oracle has a bunch of algorithms on TikTok that make people watch as long as possible, which will literally condition and mentally program people into going into ChatGPT or Photoshop and making images.
Yo, it really is like when you scroll on TikTok like past the hours of midnight, it's kind of like a fucking wormhole. Like you're like, I should probably go watch something or like go watch something else or go to bed soon. And then you scroll, you like dead ass forget what you were just thinking about. And you scroll another 40 videos and then go, oh my God, I just like time warped.
Just to spam in random comment sections on TikTok with the end result of some random billionaire making a bunch of money, some random TikToker or YouTube creator making a little bit of money and you losing a bunch of time. I mean, like, dude, that's on you for watching the video to the end. You just wasted like 4 minutes of your precious time on me.
Oh, wow, you just cut that out randomly.
If you didn't know already, Joe Bartolozzi and Brooke, his girlfriend, broke up. But
Oh, God.
All of Joe Bart.
Oh, God. Get me out of that video, please. It's the I'm Average Blonde Trent Sin Twizzy Tux. Thank you for the 5. Orange Rip Fat Aqua Landino for the 5. Evan and Dill for the sub. Matt Violet Leela for the sub. Aiden for the 3. Ick Vexel Shiny for the 3. Dior for the 3. Big and Zenith for the sub. Kit J for the 3. Actual for the 3. Brady and WTF, thank you for the sub. Bryce, thank you for the 1,000 biddies. Bryce for the 5. Gifted Prince, thank you for the 5. Thunder and Ajax for the sub. Kate, thank you for the 3. Tiberia, thank you for the 3. I'm in the for the sub. It's and Blonde, thank you for the sub. Trent and Rully for the sub. Orange and Rip, thank you for the sub. Twisty for the sub. Tux, thank you for the 3. Are you going to do more non-React Plus videos where you yap about things that you find interesting? What do you mean? Like, what do you, as an example? Tiberia for the 3. I'm attending Pittsburgh State. My parents aren't helping me pay my tuition. I'm starting a GoFundMe. I'm sorry, I don't promote GoFundMes. I Young and Mysterious for the sub. I do charity streams every like 3-ish weeks, but I don't do GoFundMes because if I do one, I have to do them all. I can't pick and choose. Mysterious, I Young, Tadaz, and Gerald for the sub. Cam for the 3. Can I get VIP? No, because you just asked. Gavin for the sub. Next video is Papa Meat. Wait, I kind of want to see what Ludwig's talking about real quick.
Money. And that's the issue with streaming, right? You can always think, oh, I could stream more. It's true. You could make more money if you went live.
Yo, that actually is so true, too. The amount of people that are, like, new streaming, and they just think, like, the more hours I stream, the more I'll grow. In a lot of the time, or in all honesty, a lot of the time, that's just, like, actually the opposite. I think it's far better to have a stream planned that's going to be really high energy and really interesting for like 5 hours, then just go live and stream for 12 hours straight and not really have anything going on. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like 12-hour streams, you can't be like riveting the whole time.
Right.
Unless it's like a Mafia-thon or something that's like planned where there's just segment, just like months in advance.
All right. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it.
That was the end of his class. How long are these classes that they do? Like 40 minutes? Like an hour? What happened to Lacey? He like blew out his knee. His knee's all fucked up. They're 50 minutes.
Oh shit.
Why do they have they have F1 Sims here?
Oof. Thank you. Thank you.
I think Haskell will be one of the most successful creators out of Streamer U this year.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not talking.
What about J-Shock? I mean, J-Shock's in a lot of clips too. Yeah, I just think Haskell's like, he has a very awkward humor, similar to Martin and Hamza, and I think it is like really funny. Like, I think a lot of people will like how he approaches comedy. All right, next video. Cork West, Twist for the 5. JP, Gavin, Rock for the sub. Tadaz, Gerald, and Cam, thank you for the 3. Lock in. The horrors of water parks.
Papa Meat channel, how you doing? Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Coming to sit down because today we're going to be talking about water parks. Summer is finally upon us, my friends. And that means grilling, fireworks, and unfortunately the sweltering heat. I can't stand it. My fat body oozes sweat.
And then if you live anywhere within 1,000 miles of Canada, just straight up smog for a week in July every summer now because half of Canada gets set on fire every July.
All the time. Horrible. So fat. So disgustingly fat. As a skinny man, do you like the heat?
No.
That's surprising. I feel like you're a big heat guy.
Literally can't go outside. Literally can't go outside. It's that bad.
Heat. Some stay indoors in the nice air conditioning, while others take a dip in the pool. But for those who are seeking more of a thrill, water parks offer exciting and sometimes dangerous attractions. From fast-paced water slides to raging wave pools and soothing lazy rivers, water parks can be an exciting adventure.
Lazy river's like a fucking biohazard at a water park, dude.
For people.
Just straight up poop and pee, man. Yuck. Band-Aids floating in the water.
Of all ages. However, as time goes on, they become far less enchanting as a concept, especially as you get older and realize what's going on behind the scenes. Also, just your eyes open to just being like, this is kind of disgusting. You know what I mean? When you're younger, you're like, what? When I was younger, my fat ass was just like, that's where I get Dippin' Dots. Go to the water park, I get all pruny and I eat my Dippin' Dots.
I don't know. It's like, bro, I have the mindset that peeing in the ocean, who gives a fuck? I pee in the ocean every time. But when I'm at a water park, I try to keep my head above the water because anywhere where I'm at, I go, this water's 5% piss. In any area you're in, this water's 5% piss. There's no one in the bathroom of water parks ever. Like last time I went to the water park, they had an adult bar. And we got a drink, and everybody's sitting there. And in my head, I'm going, I know, even the adults, you're all sitting at this chair. You're just pissing. Like, nobody's getting up. You're sitting there for 4 hours, bro. You got to pee at some point. You're peeing in the fucking water. And it's, like, big enough in that area that you don't really notice it. But it's like, ugh, way more? No, it's not. It's not more than 5% pee. Like, how much pee could be in a water park at a given time?
Imagine all the people who don't wipe
You don't realize how much water's in pools? Yeah, it probably is like, it's probably like 1% piss.
properly, and they're going in, like, the wave pool.
They don't wipe with shitty ass, mud butt?
Maybe even less. Because it's like thousands of gallons of pee.
Oh, the
Or
amount
not
of...
thousands of gallons of pee. Thousands of gallons of water. It's probably a couple gallons of pee. Do you shit in the ocean? No, but I've always wanted to. I feel like it would be a very clean experience if it was like, oh, I have to take a shit. I'm in the middle of the ocean, like, by myself. You're telling me, chat, you're in the ocean, you gotta poop. You literally just go, just rip it out, and then you're good. You know? Like, you just shit in the water. You don't really need to, like, wipe your ass. You know, maybe kind of give it a wiggle, and then you're good.
Fecal...
It's a floater. It floats. Yeah, that's fine. There's waves. It won't go. I mean, yeah, like, I'm not going to, like, sit near it.
Or
I wouldn't poop in the water if there were people around me.
matter from dry poo-poo has got to
You're feeding the ocean creatures.
be crazy. The biggest thing for me is pee. There's no way there is a filtration system that can I mean, you are just getting covered and drinking pee. You know, I've been in a wave pool where kids have like, oh, wow. They like put water on the dude sprout out. It's I'm like, oh, dude. Especially when I've like been sitting there, like I said, it's like a little fat ass kid just bobbing around. Definitely just took a piss, and I see like a little girl next to me, like,
Especially if it's like an outdoor water park, because then it's just a mixture of like chlorine, pee, sunscreen, sweat.
and I'm just like,
Little girl, no. Are you the one who took a piss?
oh yeah. I was a kid. I don't know. Yeah, listen. The older you get, the more you're like, that's disgusting. People like, you know, they're like, yeah, it's a joke, it's fun. Until after a while, it's like it's a crime scene. It's a fucking crime scene. While they may still seem fun, water parks are some of the grossest public places you can attend. They're filled with various germs.
Man admits defecate. What did that say? Man admits defecating in public swimming pool 18 times.
They're filled with various germs, parasites, and fecal matter. Shit, poo-poo.
Parasites. I never thought about that.
Yeah, last time I went to the water park, I wanted to go in the lazy river, and they closed it down, and they didn't say why. And I was like, oh, somebody shit in the pool. Or shit in the lazy river. They opened it up for like 10 minutes, and then closed it down again. And I was like, somebody just keeps pooping in the fucking lazy river.
Yeah, little bug
Pooping or peeing or some sort of fucking weird hazard.
swimming around, actual germs and yeah, I'm telling you, it's a nightmare.
Is that how tapeworms transfer? If you had a tapeworm?
You know what? I have no idea, but I'm gonna immediately say yes. Put on your goggles as we make our way through the disgusting and dangerous world of water parks. Despite being known as a family-friendly attraction, most water parks are pretty.
What if somebody has AIDS? I mean, that's the entire joke of that one Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode, because they went to a packed water park and only people with disabilities were able to cut the line. So Danny DeVito or Frank and Charlie in that episode just walked around and they told everybody they had AIDS. And they go through and then they went on a water slide that didn't have water on it, and it rips their back open and they bleed all in the water, and then everybody like remembers them as saying they had AIDS, so they all ran out of the water park. That's like one of the best episodes of Always Sunny. Loco, thank you for the 25 gifteds. Thank you for picking us up. Thank you for the 25 gifteds. Loco_2 known. Zick Zap, Clark, NX, Extras for the sub. Lewis and Hex for the sub. Loco, thank you for the 10 gifteds as well. White and 2M, thank you for the sub. Twister for the 3. Cork West and JP for the sub. IY, Tadaz, Gerald, and Mysterious for the sub. Tiberia for the 3. It's an Balls, thank you for the sub.
Disgusting and trashy. I think once again, as you get older, you realize that's every single water park. I don't think is there a fancy?
Why are we clipping Joe wants to poop in the ocean and sending that in chat, not Mason Cubes? Hey, Mason. Why are we? It wasn't that crazy. That's not that crazy of a take. That's a very lukewarm take.
Water park considered a fancy water park?
I don't know. We had Wild Waters where I lived.
That already sounds.
I'm now known. All the people that hate me say I'm known for water takes, and everybody thinks I'm some genius, but I don't think I'm some genius. Should I just start saying very outlandish things so I could be more radical? I really want to poop in the ocean. Everyone should want to poop in the ocean. That's not a water take.
It's like a trailer park. Where do you live? Wild Waters? You know what I'm talking about? I'm trying to think of anyone. We had Oceans of Fun. And even that, once again, that sounds like an American Ninja course or something like that, doesn't it?
I think they're inherently trashy. Also, they...
Oh my God, I love those. The mats. That's how you go max fucking speed at a water park. Holy shit. You're like gliding. The one water park that I go to, they have like these speed slides and it's a race and they have times. So like when you jump in, it goes start and then it stops when you get out on the bottom and there's like records for the day. Oh,
they gotta be.
I rip myself down there. They have a metal bar. I go, whoop, fucking hurl my body and then I hit one of these. I feel the G-force.
They degrade very quickly with all the chlorine.
That's why everything has like rust on it. Just because there's I mean, like that's why you like look at stuff. You're gonna walk up the steps of this thing. You like look at the.
Or when you go to a water park and it's on and the water's dripping through the cracks. That's like every water park. It's like it's never just dry and the water's going through it. There's always just like holes. And the water's just falling through.
So I feel like you're going to walk up the steps of this thing. You like look at the structure of it. It's all like rusted and just dripping. There's just water. You're like, is that okay? Yeah, it's fine. Despite being known as family-friendly attractions, most water parks are pretty disgusting and trashy. Great Wolf Lodge is one of the most popular water parks in the U.S. with
I've been to Great Wolf Lodge.
23 locations across the country. There's even one around here. I went there once. Great Wolf Lodge is essentially like a log cabin themed hotel with a massive indoor water park, and there's like various restaurants and activities inside, all geared towards children. It's basically like a place where if it's your, like at least for when I grew up, it was like, oh, it's your birthday, I'm going to Great Wolf Lodge. You'd be like, whoa, because you go there, water park, there's like arcade, there's like interactive shit to do. As a kid,
I saw a TikTok one time of a dad, his kid's like turning 7 years old or some shit. And he's like, for your 7th birthday, I'll either give you $1,000 or you could go to Great Wolf Lodge. Which would you rather have? And then it card cuts and it's just the kid with like scuba goggles on at Great Wolf Lodge. Because they have no concept of money and you're offering your kid money to not, because the dad did not want to go to Great Wolf Lodge.
It's cool, but usually if you're an adult, you go there, it's just because your kid gets to run around and do stuff. Despite being very popular, the water park also has a pretty vocal group of haters online. There are tons of...
Yo, if this becomes a video, editor, you gotta find that. Editor, you gotta find that. I'm tasking you with it.
reasons to rip on the park, one of which being the ridiculous pricing. Some people have reported spending well over $1,000 just to stay for the weekend.
Who the fuck is spending wait, maybe that's why that was the price point. It's $1,000 to spend a weekend at fucking Great Wolf Lodge. What is this, Disney World?
For a weekend. Can you imagine going to get to Kansas?
Cool beans. Thank you for the 5 gifteds.
Of all like hell on earth. And you're like, you know, I'd love to drop $1,200 on Timmy for his birthday. You're in an indoor. I mean, there's like there's 2 slides and a pool. Once I went there as a child, so I've never had to pay, but I gotta tell you, if I went there for a weekend, Friday, left Sunday, and I spent $1,200, Dad would be dead in the parking lot. Dad would be dead in the car. Why is Dad not moving in the car? And just, you see like a little Ford Explorer in the parking lot, and I'm just like, let's take a quick break to do something important.
Ooh, is this an ad? Oh, Whatnot. I've been buying gold on Whatnot, man.
Once inside the building, you'll be met with an overwhelming smell of chlorine, and the sound of children screaming goes on all night. It's the worst kind of casino experience. Usually it's loud music and slot machines. This is just the smell of chlorine and just...
There's a little blood on the blanket. You ever have that before at a hotel? I've stayed at some bad places.
Children.
A little blood, a little ominous stain on the blanket.
Are these the screams of pleasure? Is this fun? Like,
dude, you want to stay at the worst hotel ever? Go to the old tower in the Tropicana Casino in Atlantic City. There's just flat out mold on the fucking curtains, dude. People are peeing all over that fucking room. I swear. They don't change the curtains or wash the curtains. You ever think about that? You know, this is going to sound a little psychopathic, and I understand that. But every time I go to a hotel, I think I could just pee all over the curtains. They wouldn't know. I've never done it, but you could do it. You could, like, if you want it, no one would know. They don't wash that shit. The curtains stay there. If you ever go to a hotel, the grossest shit is the curtains because they just sit there. Maybe once a year they wash them.
Are kids having a good time?
And you just got to think, bro, at places like Vegas or Atlantic City, there's some fucking weird shit going on in those hotel rooms, right? Whether it be drugs or like sex parties or some shit. There's got to be stains, man. There's got to be stains on those curtains, and they're not washing them.
Is there a man walking around killing these guys? I don't know.
I'm Googling that. How often are they washing the curtains? How often do they wash the curtains in hotels? Every 12 months. Once a year?
Don't know. Also, the log cabin aesthetic does not help. It reads like a horror film. Yeah, that's probably like just a fucking like 7-foot guy just like walk around the halls with like a fucking machete.
Oh, would that work? A horror themed water park?
That would be awesome.
And the water's blood?
The clientele would be terrible though. Like avid horror.
That would also, somebody would certainly get sued. You can't make the color of the water red because then if somebody actually does start bleeding in the water, you wouldn't know.
Our fans are the fucking, ugh.
Sliders everywhere.
Oh my God. Sliders. Yeah. A bunch of fucking big old boys and girls wearing like Jack Skellington shirts and shit like that. Can't wait for Terrifier 4 to come out. Or that'd be my hell. This is partly because they have games on every floor that run well into the night, encouraging children to run through the building and scream their heads off the entire time. One angry guest said, and I quote,
"And with hundreds of kids in the water, the bathrooms are always empty."
This sentence.
Yo, literally, you're looking around and you're like, ain't nobody got to take a piss right now? There's 1,000 people here. Bathroom has one guy in it.
Perfectly describes the amount of piss and feces that can be found in the waters at the water park, which I gotta say, I mean, do you think people break for turds?
No.
Does it just go by and you're like,
I'm pissing in the bucket? Oh, the bucket that's getting poured on people. Why is that guy climbing that tower? Why is that guy climbing the tower into the bucket?
You're like,
there's just a bunch of people waiting happily. It's gonna tip any second now.
Dodging it. Oops, missed me. You keep swimming.
I never did this, but I always fantasize. You know, in pools, they have the little like lip where the water like gets filtered. I was imagining putting my butt up to that and taking a poop in there. So I'm sure.
Why is that a fantasy?
I'm just saying, as a kid, I
wanted to take a shit in the.
Wait, what did he say? Sorry, I zoned out.
You guys in there. Lip where the water like gets filtered. Never did this, but I always fantasize. You know, in pools they have the little like lip where the water like gets filtered. I was imagining putting my butt up to that and taking a poop in there. So I'm sure.
How are you pooping in there? It expels water towards your butthole. Like there would be force against it.
Why is that a fantasy?
I'm just saying, as a kid, I
wanted to take a shit in this big dollop of drool just going around. I tell you what, I'm fucking.
It sucks. Oh, you're talking about the intake ones. Do you know what I'm talking about? The ones that have pressure and it just makes the water not stay still.
Real.
Like it just rotates, filters the water around.
There's a big dollop of spit. He's like,
yeah, the jets. I would always go up to I would always go up to the jets and put my mouth up to them and it would just go, it just like expands your mouth. Don't know if that's relatable. I still do that. If you give me goggles in a pool, I go and it just shoots the air into your mouth and it's just like makes it, bro, what do you mean ew? I'm not doing that at a water park. I'm doing that at like a friend's pool. Like a friend's pool where people aren't peeing in the water.
Done it, be honest.
No. But no, I never pooped.
You can't say no.
I be gooning with the jets sometimes.
No, but
my friend was big into water polo, and he said all the time, like, oh yeah, we never use the restrooms.
Why is everybody saying you're going to put your dick on the jets? No, this is nuts.
They're locked. He said that we'd piss in the pool, and then we'd go out into the field and take a shit. So.
Just not even being able to wipe and then going back in the chlorine pool is just, that's crazy, man. Muddy waters is what that is. People playing the blues. When staff are not fishing turns out of the splash pad, they're dumping gallons of chlorine into the pools to combat the constant flow of piss. They're basically doing chemical warfare. These kids are gonna get sick. It's like, it's too much, Joshua. I don't care. Because usually you do that shit before people are they're out of the pool or whatever. I've seen people like dumping shit. Look, I mean, like dumping chlorine into the pool because they're just like maybe the pH levels are too fucked up or so. I don't know. The sheer amount of chlorine in the water regularly causes kids to suffer from severe chemical burns and vomiting after ingesting
severe chemical burns.
Small amounts of the water.
What fucking water park are you going to? Severe chemical burns? How long we staying in the pool?
God damn, dude, they look like victims of fucking Chernobyl. Kid coming out of the pool. I've seen plenty of kids.
I do wonder, do you think the like kids sections of water parks have a higher concentration of chlorine or like other chemicals to try and combat it? Because like areas where there's more adults probably tend to have less people urinating in the water.
Vomit from drinking chlorine though.
Oh, I've never.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh,
you're telling me you've never pissed in the pool in your entire life? I never said that. I used to be an avid pool pisser.
It's hilarious.
Now, no.
It's when you're a kid, it's always so funny. Haha, there's Tanner, and he's like, oh, it's just water vomit. Oh.
Well,
now it's usually like if I'm at a pool, I'm at my friend's, I get out of the pool, walk around the corner, piss on a tree, run back in the water.
What was your worst experience at a water park?
It's mainly because I'm peeing too much that it's like I would feel bad. Like, most of the time I'm at a pool, I'm also drinking. And if I'm drinking, I'm peeing gallons, dude. Like, I'm not peeing in the pool, man. I'm not peeing in the pool. That'd be too much. Like, I would be offsetting the pH in the pool if I was peeing in the pool.
I was in a lazy river. Whee! Because it's fun because the current's going, so you get to go fast. Woo! And I came up and a Band-Aid was stuck to my cheek like that. And I like, peeled it off and it was like just bloody as shit. And this girl came over. She's just like, you got my scab.
She's hitting on you.
Yeah. See, it's so funny. That's how you decipher that. I'm like, it's disgusting. I was gagging basically. And you're like, hello, my lady. Yeah. I guess the shoe fits.
I can't think of any bad experience like this, but I remember I was terrified of the wave pool.
Oh,
I just think wave pools are fun, but they're overcrowded, so they're unenjoyable. because I'm always worried somebody's going to run into me or I'm going to run into them. Like, you can't body surf a wave at a wave pool. You can't do anything at a wave pool because it's just like there's people every 2 feet.
Don't get me wrong, I was a pussy at the wave pool too. There's always like one child in distress in a wave pool too. Have you ever noticed that every time?
No, it's usually one child in distress or like an old person like semi-drowning.
You go to a wave pool, it's always one kid that's like way farther than they should be, and they're like this. No one cares. No one cares. The lifeguard's just looking down at him like this. Some fat kid in a Tasmanian devil shirt just like this. Oh God. Yeah. Oh my God. I still am haunted by that. Actually, it's bringing back deep memories. God, and it's at everyone. I don't know what attracts those kids out there. I always think about the fact, like those little fat son of a bitches in those shirts, like bobbing their way out to the deep end. I'm like, why do you keep going out that way? Come back this way. Also, the current is pushing you the opposite way. You're all the way down there. Outside the kids area, guests report that
and then you see the lifeguards doing this bullshit. For 4 hours. Scanning for somebody that's just in the water.
Rides and support beams are corroding. At the Dallas location, the outdoor areas don't offer any shade unless you rent a
I also feel like there doesn't need, like, I get like ocean lifeguards need a shitload of training. I feel like saving somebody in a pool, like a wave pool's like, what, 5 feet deep? Maybe on the real deep end, like 7 feet deep. I feel like I, with no training, could probably hoist somebody out of the water there. Like ocean, saving somebody that's drowning in the ocean, I feel is far scarier than like somebody in a wave pool, like needing help.
Cabana or an umbrella, leaving the sun, baking the gas.
That's cap? Bro, you gotta think. What if they're 300 pounds? Well, either way, I'm still saying saving somebody on the beach has to be harder. We gotta learn for spinal fractures? No, I bet there's still training and stuff. I'm saying, and CPR and being able to save somebody's life, that's drowning. I'm saying, like, I would much rather be a pool bodyguard in terms of how scary it is to save someone than a beach bodyguard. Or not a bodyguard, lifeguard. Like, being a lifeguard at the beach, bro, you see somebody fucking 100 yards out in the water, you're blowing your whistle at them, they start fucking drowning in murky water. You can't see them, and they're sinking, and now you have to go fucking run at them.
Yes. Also, mind you, children. I like how they only if you have the cabana. Yeah, if you have.
Or I know the odds are low. You know, you ain't got to save somebody from a shark attack in a water park.
The pup cabana, the Great Wolf Lodge. You got to have the pack. You have to be a pack leader and get a cabana. I like how you would think that for a kids thing, it's like there has to be shade everywhere. Even if the facility you are staying at is great, some of the
what the fuck?
guests at the Great Wolf Lodge can be pretty fucking weird. While climbing the stairs to a water slide, a man records himself fondling and staring at his wife's butt while he's in line with.
Oh, that's his wife. Okay, well, it's still weird to do publicly. I thought that was a random woman. I was gonna say that's even worse.
Children, get your ass up there.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say that's probably a breeding ground for horn dogs.
I bet you, what I'm wondering now, that's gotta be a swingers playground. That's what it is, dude. And I bet you anything, they fucking probably rent some rooms and they drink in the rooms. They're like, go find the wolf. I don't think there is a wolf here, Dad. I think it's just called that. Go find him.
There's a mascot somewhere out there, but don't follow him into any cars or anything.
You shut there.
Don't take anything free from him.
That's not Mommy. Her name's Teresa. Slams the door in a kid's face.
Yeah, Daddy's the wolf.
If the wolf's howling, don't come knocking. In 2017, a 3-week study was done in
Joe knows a lot about swingers. I do know a lot about swingers now.
Canada to determine the average amount of piss found in public pools. They found an average of 20 gallons of piss whizzed out across 3 weeks.
That's not that bad. 20 gallons of piss in a 220,000 gallon water pool. That's like percentage wise nothing. Like, I don't know, but now I'm trying to imagine, like, you just have 20 gallons of piss, and I'm sitting in the pool, and then I'm watching you pour all of them at once into the pool, and I'm just like... They start mixing it around.
The authors view this as a public health concern, but most people aren't as concerned so long as they don't get caught doing it themselves, right? You don't think that's about that much?
20 gallons over 3 weeks. We're talking...
Yeah, over 3 weeks, too. It's not at once. It's not in one day. That's actually a lot less than I would have guessed. Because I feel like if if like 10 people peed in the water, that would be like a gallon, no? Like, if 10 people were like, I'm going to empty my bladder into this fucking water park, that'd be 1 gallon.
Thousands of gallons of water.
Not even close. I feel like if I peed 10 times, I would fill a gallon. How much do you think we pee? I'm not thinking about how much you pee, Eclipse. I don't know why you assumed that. I'm saying the average person.
I think scientists, they're trying to...
Yeah, it's big pharma trying to stop us from enjoying ourselves. Okay. Former employees of various water parks revealed that the grossest part about the job was seeing what the...
I mean, I don't know. Like, if I have to pee really bad, I'm how many water bottles are in a gallon? Like, if I have to piss bad, I'm filling more than a 16-ounce water bottle with piss. When I used to run track and we would go on long bus rides, I would me and my teammates would all bring a water bottle because we wouldn't stop at a bathroom. So you would just go to the back of the bus and you would just take a piss in a bottle. And I filled the bottle before and I had to pee again like an hour later. And so I had to dump the pee out of the bus. And I did it. I've said this before. I did it while he was driving because I didn't want to do it while he was at a stoplight because it would be too obvious. So I did it when he was going like 20 miles an hour. And then the wind just whipped it right onto the side of the car. And when we got out, there was just my piss all over the side of the bus.
Water looked like before it was cleaned up.
Jeez, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Thank you, we got to sub. Thank you for the 10 gifteds.
And prepped for attendees to enter. One described large clumps of hair, sunglasses, old Band-Aids, used condoms.
The funniest was when my friend, it was a different day. It was like a week later. He didn't bring a water bottle, so he peed in a Dorito bag, and he held it like this. Because it was full of piss. And he was sitting in the back. Then we had a bump. We had a bump. And it just went boom, and it just hit the ground. And then there was piss just running on those, like, grates for grip in the butts.
And all of larger looked like before it was of various water parks revealed that the grossest part about the job was seeing what the water looked like before it was cleaned up and prepped for attendees to enter. One described large clumps of hair, sunglasses, old Band-Aids, used condoms, and all of that.
Where are we finding a used condom? Are they having sex in the bathroom and then bringing the fucking condom with them? Like, what is happening?
That shit would just be floating around you as the pumps made it swirl into a...
If I saw a Band-Aid in a pool, I'm going gross. If I see hair in a pool, I'm going gross. Sunglasses, who cares? If I saw a used condom, I'm leaving that facility instantly.
Torrent of just yuck.
See, condoms now, that disgusting.
I didn't even think about used condoms. We just got done talking about the swingers thing.
What about shit? I don't know, dude. Like, poop, yeah, I'm leaving that area. But I might be like, okay, they'll clean it out. Like some kid shit in the water. Dude, a used condom, man. Oh, my God. Somebody jizzed in the water. Yuck.
Can you imagine just be like, fucking rip it off and then just toss it in the water? It's insane.
Oh, I bet you there's some people bumping heads.
Dirty needles? Those are all over Atlantic City Beach. I go there all the time.
In the wave pool.
You dig deep enough in the sand in Atlantic City, you'll find a needle or two.
You talking this?
Yeah.
Oops. Can you imagine being in the wave pool and the guy next to you just like, uh-oh. Now you guys starting to collide and shit. You have your hands together. Going on. I found out a lot about myself today at the water park I didn't know. Jousting.
Why are you digging up needles? I'm not, bro. They're just there. I mean, like, I've only seen like 2 or 3 maybe in all the times I've gone. But like, the homeless people sleep or do drugs under the boardwalk. And that's right by the beach, obviously. They'll just like jerk off at they'll just jerk off on the boardwalk. Like dude, I'm so serious. Like you're not going to see it casually. I'm not saying like you go to Atlantic City, this is like the first thing you see. But like it's not uncommon for like homeless men to like stand outside of like the Hooters in Tropicana and just like look through the window and just like beat their shit.
Honey, it's time to get out. Give me a minute.
Security guard comes out. They don't arrest him. They say, you got to leave, even though he's committing a sex crime. And then he just goes over, sits on the bench, just keeps doing it.
At a wild
dry or no? I don't know.
Life theme park in Kansas, children were playing in a splash pad where nozzles in the ground
What do you want me to walk up to the guy? Hey, I know you're homeless. Are you dry beating right now or...
shot water up into the air. The CDC was alerted that multiple people had contracted. The CDC was alerted that multiple people had contracted an infection called
you could see. So you're just staring.
Shigellosis.
Lock in.
Multiple people had contracted. The CDC was alerted that multiple people had contracted an infection called shigellosis. Shigellosis? What the fuck? Had contracted an infection called shigellosis. It turns out that a total of 40 people of varying ages became ill from the water park. 3 were hospitalized from shigellosis and another from norovirus. The CDC had to urge people to practice proper safety habits before re-entering the Kansas Wildlife Park. This included avoiding consumption of pool water and any poop or pee in the water.
But like, are that many people swallowing mouthfuls of fucking pool water?
That's so true about Kansas, those fucking inbred bastards over there. You guys realize you can't eat and drink piss, right? Are you serious? Are you serious? I was planning on going up to the wildlife park and getting me some shigellosis. They also advised against standing over the splash pad jets, worried that it would rinse feces off of people's asses.
Ew! Oh my god, like they're they're waiting for the water to fucking squirt out and just like bidet their butt.
End up in other people's...
Free bidet.
Worried that it would rinse feces off people's asses and end up in others' mouths. What is this hellscape? Are people just sitting there like...
I mean, like, I've been in a pool before where I don't really swallow water much in a pool as much as the ocean. Like, if there's a wave in the ocean that hits me in the face, sometimes I'm like, oh, fuck, I just swallowed a mouthful of ocean water.
It's like, shit.
And then you're instant feeling dehydrated.
Water going everywhere. But I tell you, it is fun. It's fun being out here at Wildlife Park. Honestly, I'm trying to be. Let me ground myself here. Do I even wipe good enough? See, that's why I use bidets now, because I'm telling you, there is nothing left after.
I think I wipe good, but then some days I'll take my pants off. God damn, what the hell happened?
You're like, when do you take your pants off? God damn, what the hell happened? Like, you got a shit streak running up your fucking pants? What's happening? What do you mean? You think you wipe well and then you got a fucking, you just got a racing stripe in your white underwear?
Brown marker in my pants, yeah.
I wipe until I bleed. I'm like...
That happens to me sometimes.
You wipe until you bleed? No wonder you're sick all the time. Because you probably have open sores in your ass. You're getting poop.
Well, I wipe a lot, and if it's like, if I'm at a, okay, I got good toilet paper. I'm not wiping until I bleed, like, here. But you know when you go to, like, an Airbnb or somewhere with, like, shitty, like, sandpaper or toilet paper, it's, like, not even one ply. It's, like, worse than one ply. If I'm taking, like, a few shits there, my diet's already worse because I'm not eating regularly. Like, yeah, I'm shitting more than normal, and I'm wiping a lot. Yeah, my butt starts bleeding a little bit. But, I mean, you just bring, like, baby wipes, dude wipes. You wipe your ass, dude wipe or two, wipe your ass again, and then you're good. But I would like to invest in a bidet. I think bidets are probably a good call.
Into your bloodstream, dude.
I mean, bro, it's not a lot either. Like, you're saying, like, bleed out of your ass. Like, it's just like you have a nosebleed. No, it's just like you wipe it. There's like a little blood.
You sit there and laugh. Like, I feel like that's why you're always walking with a limp and shit. I mean, why? I thought you've had skirt.
Yo, and I know people are like, nah, that's crazy. Yo, right now, half of y'all got straight shit in your ass. I'm so serious. You're going, ew, what the fuck? That's never happened to me. You're light wiping your butt too much, buddy. Your butthole ever itch? You got fucking poop in your butt, bud.
For like a couple, I think it's just because you got shit. I think you got a little shit butt.
I've always wondered that. Yeah, if you have an open sore in your asshole, there's poop coming out of there. Is that?
Yeah, it's easy to get infected. I don't think just because it's your asshole doesn't mean that. I think it's going in your bloodstream, buddy. I was just, what, God damn, you're getting down after a little hurt locker down there. I'm telling you, ease up on yourself. I tell you, sometimes if I don't have the bidet, seriously, it feels like it's just like kind of like a melted Hershey Kiss is just always on the precipice of my asshole. I can never, it doesn't matter. The more I'm like, it never goes anywhere. I even try scooping, digging, anything. It doesn't get out of there.
That might be a hemorrhoid.
No, it's not a hemorrhoid. I've had a hemorrhoid. I have a hemorrhoid. You don't get rid of them. That thing came out of my ass. I'm telling you, I was like wiping one time. I was like, it's all sore. I'm not even, I think I've said this before, but it was.
Oh my God, having hemorrhoids was like the most uncomfortable experience. I remember it would hurt to pee. Like peeing hurt. Like sitting hurt. I would stand most of the time.
Like the size and the same.
Hurt to pee? Yeah, because it was so it's your butt veins get so inflamed. You had hemorrhoids. Yeah, senior year I was taking a shitload of creatine and I wasn't drinking enough water that my poops turned like rock solid, like bricks. And so I had to really like force to poop, and then I had bad hemorrhoids. And I would be sitting in bio class and it would just be like wreathing, and I would go pee, and as you're peeing you're like clenching and it just hurt.
As hard as a green apple Jolly Rancher. It was like that. It was unfucking real. It was pulsating and shit. I could feel my heartbeat on that. I sat there and I was sitting there, I was like.
This weekend, I don't know what was up, but every time I went to the bathroom, I got shit on my hand.
The water park thing.
You ever rip through the toilet paper while you're wiping your ass? You get shit on your hand? That's the fucking worst, bro. That's a rare occurrence. That's a once a year your hand, you know, it's happened. If you say it's never happened, you're lying, right? Because there's been a moment in your life where your finger slipped, the toilet paper ripped, you got shit on your hand. Yuck.
It's becoming more and more clear now, actually.
Wash your hands 9 times.
You're walking around.
Rocco, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Thank you for the 10 gifteds, brother. Appreciate it. Jason Hunter for the sub. Ferocious Unknown Moose Nico. Dimmy, thank you for the 3. Jaden for the 3 gifteds. Joe for the sub. Space the Pixel. Fox Ethan Shees, thank you for the 10 gifteds. Arian Fox for the sub. Sup. RJL, Jules, Mel, Beck, Bell, Joe, Pesci, on Eclipse, U, Loaf, WT, Q, Sand, Olex, and Nolan. Thank you for the 3. Spare for the sub.
Splash in the pool. Shit all over your hands.
Guy, thank you for the 5 gifteds.
Within the past couple of years, over in Kentucky.
Diarrhea outbreak. Oh my God, I can't imagine having diarrhea in a swimming pool. Yo, the fucking reaction would be unreal. You're just like in the wave pool and you're like turning your head and you're looking at all the people around you. You turn back and some kid just rips a straight explosive diarrhea mist into the fucking water. It's just like brown fucking clouds.
A water park.
I mean, that would be, you would probably run out of the water faster than if somebody screamed shark in the ocean.
With a chlorine.
Like the fucking sprint, the tactical where you're trudging through the water. You know where you're like knee deep in water and you're like running, but it's like you're just pushing mass. Oh my God.
Resistant parasite that had to shut down temporarily. The revolving. That's fucking scary. That's a sci-fi movie. Chemicals, they aren't killing it anymore. Motherfucker just mean mugging you from the water. I dare you to come in here with me. At Raging Water, Sacramento, a brawl involving 40 people broke out over a towel.
40 people.
The battle began after 2 drunk women got into an argument over someone's towel being stolen.
See, this also just looks like the worst water park ever because why are there 5,000 people here? And they're all just standing in like 4 inches of water, and most of them are like they're just wearing like regular clothing.
And as it escalated, 35-year-old Christopher Neves tried to step in and break up the fight, but was assaulted and left unconscious without a pulse. After Christopher went down, things escalated and involved both families fighting one another in front of their kids. Eventually, police were called and the park was shut down early while the police figured out what the fuck actually happened. And a similar situation occurred at Kalahari Resort in Ohio when someone cut in line at a surfing ride. As soon as the person cut, an argument broke out and eventually a 10-person brawl was broken up by lifeguards. The fight would resume with 23-year-old Brittany Cabay throwing punches at nearby guests until she was picked up and body slammed into the ground. My God. She would suffer from a severe head injury that would cause her to lose consciousness. And during the chaos,
Yo, I have thought about that. It's like, I don't want to say they should make more water parks like sand because they would have to swap it out all the time. But it is kind of like a death trap that basically everywhere in a water park is straight up just concrete. And it's wet. Like, if you slip, you're fucking cracking your head open.
her boyfriend Zachary would reportedly pick up a chair, hurl it into the crowd, then slip and knock himself unconscious, joining his girlfriend in the astral plane. Just baking in the sun. You'd think that the standard equipment for a security guard at a water park would be a radio and maybe handcuffs, yet online, security guards are posting photos of their handguns before their shifts at water parks. Okay, I don't know.
Final water park setup. Bro has full-on tactical gear.
Handguns before their shifts at water parks.
Only going into work with 2 flashbangs. I don't know if I'm going to need to use more.
Okay, I don't know. Shooting rounds in the water.
I got the strobe light on. I got the strobe light attachment on the pistol to blind people.
This has turned water park security guards into the laughing stock of the profession, with others showing off their over-the-top loadouts. In 2022, deputies were called to Hurricane Harbor Splashtown Park regarding a group of teens who refused to leave after being asked. During their arrest, a teen jumped on the deputy's back. Nearby security guards tried to step in and help, but that only drew the teen's attention to them. As the security guard began to assist, a teen girl punched them in the head while the other teens bit them on the arm. Eventually, all the teens would be arrested.
Bit them?
And charged with resisting arrest and assaulting an officer. As soon as a girl bit me here, I fucking take her mouth, and I just like fucking
just rip her jaw off. Oh my god!
Kong breaking that dinosaur's jaw.
I do think if you bite someone in a fight, all bets are off the table. You're getting your ass kicked, because that's like you should get charged for like biological warfare almost. Like, what if you have an STD? Or some weird shit, like some disease that now you're like bleeding into this person and transmitting into them.
One of those, a girl hit me, she'd be like, no. I take my baton and I do it right through her sternum. I say, just test me. And she's probably got poop on her teeth. Everything we've heard about today about water parks, she's got probably shit teeth, like a zombie attack. I only have so much time before I turn myself. I'm gonna take as many of you down with me as I can. And that, yeah, I'd fucking rain hell on everybody.
The gun comes out. I'm killing innocents at this point.
Jesus.
Bro, mods, just start I don't want to throw it back at sub only, but just start banning a lot of these chatters. Like, yeah, no, let's just get it. Let's get like 1,000 bans in today.
God. Also, that line, my God,
It's just all the spammers, man. I feel so bad we have to keep it in sub only all the time. It's like most of you guys aren't even acting bad. It's just like people just, hi YouTube, 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 hi YouTube.
Killing innocents?
Lame.
I'm killing innocents at this point. Bystanders?
But in like paragraphs. Just get them out.
People just, yeah, whatever. All right, dude. Many water parks deal with serial poopers or peers in their waters. However, one park dealt with a serial peer who liked to piss on the rocks in the sauna room to fill it with steamed urine. At another water park, a lifeguard reported watching a man squat and lay.
Oh my God. I feel like that would make people pass out. You're peeing on hot stones that are misting into the air.
Steam coil.
Yo. Fun experience. Peeing on a fire. You ever been at a fire before? You go, we got to put this out. We're going inside. I go, let me handle it. You pee in it, straight up mist cloud. It's like fucking smog. You got to run.
20 feet from the bathroom, making direct eye contact with.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll go pee on the fire real quick.
With them. A man recalled that his younger.
Don't worry. Everybody get inside. I just ate asparagus. This is going to be a bad one.
Her brother used to go to the shallow end of his local pool and scoop.
The air quality just got worse, and not because of the Canadian wildfires.
But pieces of poop in a styrofoam cup to get free hot dogs from concession stands. What guy?
Wait, sorry, I'm like zoned out right now.
Coil 20 feet.
Also, this water park looks fucking disgusting. Is this not a fake video?
At another water park, a lifeguard reported
Like, look at this. Is this, are those stained or is that like smog
watching
in
a
the water
man
here?
squat and lay a steam coil 20 feet from the bathroom.
I saw the craziest shit while I was there. First thing that happened was I saw a man who was about 20 feet from the bathroom squat down, stare at me in the eyes from across the pool, and leave his steamy shit right on the pavement. That's actually so funny. That is actually so funny, though.
Making direct eye contact with.
Like, I mean, also crazy experience. He should get kicked out of the water park, obviously. But, I mean, just stares at you straight in the eyes, just poops right on the ground, pulls his pants up, walks off.
A man recalled that his younger brother used to go to the shallow end of his local pool and scoop up pieces of poop in a styrofoam cup to get free hot dogs from concession stands.
They used to collect poop from the shallow end of the pool. I've never seen shit in the pool. I've never seen poop in the pool. Is that common?
What kind of deal is this? For every styrofoam cup of poop you fill, you get one free Coney dog. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? I guess that, you know, that kind of rules, though. Clean up the pool, get the poo-poo out,
Get a hot dog.
get a free hot dog. But see, that causes more poop in the pool. That's what.
Yeah, I would just go, if they gave me a deal that said the poop that you find in the pool, if you get like a full styrofoam cup, you get a hot dog, I'm just going in the bathroom and just ripping a turd straight into the styrofoam cup. Oh, look what I found. Can I get a free hot dog? Just poop, self-report your own poop, literally. Don't even poop in the pool, just shit in the cup and bring it to them.
That's the catch-22 of the whole situation. At a water park in Texas, new lifeguards were encouraged during their training to jump into the pool to pee rather than waste time finding it back.
Why is it still hot? They're like, we're going to need to bring this for genetic testing. You start profusely sweating. No, I don't.
Bathroom.
We're going to need to find who shit in the pool.
I'm telling you, anybody who's like a water animal or something,
What do you mean a water animal? What does that mean? You mean someone who's just like an avid swimmer or something?
Someone like sports.
Oh, you're saying because your buddies that do the pool. Yeah, I'm sure.
You did this bit a year ago. I did a bit. Cam, you're telling me I did a bit talking about pooping in a styrofoam cup.
They just piss in the pool.
Find the clip of that.
They encourage it.
I just think it's disgusting.
It is.
I mean, you know, and when they are not fishing poop out of the water park staff are constantly catching people having sex. It's extremely common for people of all ages, including teens, to be caught in the act at a water park. It doesn't
Bro, that's like so weird. Why are people fucking in a water park?
matter if it's in the lazy river or the wave pool. People will literally do it anywhere.
Dude, you're like right next to people all the time. That has to be like some weird kink.
Because they're fucking savages.
Did you see that old video of that one woman looking at the lifeguard who was doing this, like doing the scanning, and she thought she was like some kind of robot or alien? That was like a big conspiracy, was that like aliens were at the water parks.
God, dude.
They say it's to keep you alert, so you're scanning the pool, and also so you don't fall asleep. They say like it's a technique like...
I have seen so many lifeguards.
I'm not falling asleep, bro. If I'm a lifeguard, I'm going to pack a Zyn in the bottom left of my fucking lip, and I'm just going to sit there and wait to hear, help! And then I'll go, okay, somebody's drowning.
Asleep at their post. Because the thing is...
And then I dive in, pull them out, and I don't know how to do CPR, but if I did, I would do CPR.
It's the perfect, because they wear the glasses, and they'll sit there. There's this one guy that was like this. There's the glasses on, you can just tell he was like...
Then the piss in the water park and the chlorine interacts with the Zyn nicotine, and I get superhuman level fucking IQ powers.
Also looks comfy up in those big wooden chairs. Little umbrella over here in the shade, nice breeze coming in. Especially at a water park too, a little bit of water, just kind of.
And then I get piss brain.
The mist hitting you. I'd be out. Like also, can you imagine me? Can you imagine me being a lifeguard? A big fat ass, I would just be like, just use my body to try to propel yourself up, and I'll just float down to the bottom. If you've ever gone down a water slide, then you'll know that there are tons of signs and warnings for good reason. Looking at some of the slides found at water parks, it was a miracle that they were ever approved. Action Park is widely regarded as one of the most dangerous.
We watched a video on Action Park, and there was like 4 people fucking died.
Amusement water parks.
Dude, it did look like the funnest water park. Action Park had shit that looked like a rope swing somebody would attach on a sketchy tree in the middle of the woods next to a lake. Like, that was the vibe of Action Park.
Ever to open. For starters, the park featured an attraction called the Tarzan Swing, which let guests swing off a platform into a large pool. While it might sound harmless, it was anything but.
Cam found the clip. Point. What if he just goes, I'm not saying that's not human shit. It's not my shit. He's like, we're going to bring it in for DNA testing. Bro, what am I talking about this, though? He just starts sweating. Oh, my God. This is a year ago? What was this? This wasn't about water parks, though. What is this poop? What does this have to do with, poop-wise? Valid point. What if he just goes, I'm not saying that's not human shit. Oh, the homeless guy shitting on the bench. Yes, yes. There was a dude that was sitting on a, like, imagine a wooden park bench with slots in it, kind of like where it's just wooden planks. He, like, pulled down his pants and just started pooping on the ground, and then the cops came and they were like, dude, you can't poop on the ground. And I was like, okay, you could just say it's not your shit. It's all full circle. It's all full circle. So, yes, DNA testing poop, but in a different scenario.
On more than one occasion, guests would hold onto the rope too long and launch themselves into
You frame mog yourself from a year ago? Yeah, I had an even worse haircut then.
The pool's concrete wall. Guests also regularly dislocated their shoulders from the rope due to excessive torque during the swing.
That had to be more than a year ago, Cam. Because that was like the G Fuel fridge and like the setup looked way different.
And pool itself was spring fed, making it incredibly cold. This actually led to one person having a heart attack and dying after going into shock from hitting the water. If rope swings aren't your thing, you could go down the Cannonball Loop water slide. The slide was a 50-foot long metal tube with a fully enclosed loop at the bottom.
Oh my God, yeah, and didn't they get like decapitated or some shit? Like somebody got stuck at the top of one and then they like fucking died. I think this is the one where she got decapitated and her head rolled out and her family saw her fucking dead body and then they had to close the park.
Riders at the top would have to be hosed down, otherwise there'd be too much friction and they would get trapped at either the top or bottom of the loop in complete darkness. And most of those who rode came back out bruised and bloodied. According to a former employee, the owner, Gene Mulvihill, would pay them $100 just to test ride the slide to make sure it was safe. It's $100, get it down? After it was open, it was shut down permanently due to high number of injuries and maintenance needs. Many parents online have just—
What was the one I'm talking about where somebody actually got fucking decapitated? I don't know if it was at Action Park, but it was a water slide that went down, up, and then there was like a metal grate. And I think she was going too fast, and she like literally got her head chopped off, and then it rolled down.
Discussed how nerve-wracking it is to take their
It was a guy?
young child
Oh, it
to
was a kid.
water park on account of how many potential injuries can occur. Some unfortunate kids have ended up seriously injured due to either recklessness or pure misfortune. One 14-year-old was left seriously injured after being sucked into a water park drain in Funtown Water Park in Crystal Beach, Texas. The teenager had been messing around with his friends, and at one point he had randomly decided to pick up a large grate attached to the drain in one of the park pools. Why? I don't know. County sheriffs believe that he did this as some sort of dare. As soon as he lifted it up, he slipped and fell inside the suction from the drain and began holding him underwater. His friends rushed to alert staff members, who turned off the pump, hoping it would release the suction, but it continued pulling him down, and he was eventually forced out of the drain, but was hospitalized due to the internal injuries he suffered.
Well, it's good he lived.
No legal action has ever been publicized about the disaster, so who knows? Maybe they paid him out of pocket.
Show the image
They might have paid him out of pocket, but there's also probably some leeway on like, hey, you picked up the grade.
of the crab getting sucked into the pipe. Water pressure's scary.
Yeah. I think water slides are scary. I mean, like, I'm claustrophobic. I tell you, like, as a kid, I don't know how I did it. Those water slides are fucking, it's insane. I'm freaked out by water slides now. I can't do it. The more you look into
love water slides.
Water parks, the more
The problem with water parks is most water parks don't have enough slides, like how amusement parks have like 40 fucking roller coasters, not 40, but like 15 roller coasters that are fun. So when you go to a water park, you do like the 3 fun water park slides like 4 times, and then you're going, okay, I know what this is like. All right, I've done it.
archaic they seem. From the people, the sanitation, and the endless risk to your physical safety, it's hard to imagine not feeling at least a little nervous attending one. There's truly no telling what can happen when you enter a place like that. So, if you find yourself going to a water park for whatever...
And I feel like there's not nearly enough maintenance. Like, most of the water slides, there's a huge line, and you're standing on, like, a sketchy concrete staircase with rusted fucking metal pipes as, like, handrails, and you're kind of just waiting for your turn, but you're gonna be, like, you're just, like, standing, like, literally 120 feet in the air, and it's like, oh, if I just felt, like, you look over, and you're like, I would just fall to my death right now. Like, if this collapsed.
For a reason, be prepared for the dangers that lurk above and below the water. And for the love of God, go to the doctor after. Just do a journal checkup when you're done.
Yo, J Ready TTV, thank you for the fucking 25 gifteds. Thank you for picking us up. Thank you for the 25 gifteds. And King Wools, thank you for the 50-month fucking sub, bro. What is up, Wools? We gotta do some shit soon, bro. Box, Worm, Caw, John L, Tia, Odd, Frog, Barbie for the 1,000 biddies, Barbie, Bravey, Leary, Master, Scro, Dingo, L, It's, and Kellen, thank you for the 3. PDX, Doug, Mister, okay. Generic, Road, Wonder, thank you for the 3. Jamal, Twing, Unknown Mirror, Upside for the sub. It's for the sub. Elijah and Mr. Tito for the sub. Can you shout out my boy Ari? Hello, Ari. Riley for the sub. Jay Ready, thank you for the 25 gifteds.
Wipe your butt.
Wipe your butt and go pee in a toilet. Go poop in a toilet, for the love of God. And wipe your ass.
But it's so cold.
That was a good video, bro. Genuinely. I love Papa Meat videos. All right. I gotta go pee real quick, then we're gonna hop into the next video. Count me down like maybe a minute or two. Root Nits for the sub. Riley for the sub. I'll play a good song now. I'm back. Name of the song, She Said by the Gins. All right. Lock in, chat. Dummy and Smithy for the sub. Moose, Just, Mr. Illicit, Lushy, Mystic, Spider, Eduardo, The, Just, Worm, King Wolves. Thank you for the gifted, or not the gifted, it's the sub again. I don't know if you're still here. And Jay Ready, thank you for the 25 gifteds. Next video, chat. What's the most expensive thing ever? Lock in.
$1 billion every single day.
Hold up. I'm going to drink more caffeine. Code Bart, 10% off. Gamer Sups. Code Bart. Code Bart, 10% off. B-A-R-T. Bart. Lock in. What's the most expensive thing ever? Rewinding.
If you saved $1 billion every single day for your entire life, you still wouldn't come close to affording the most expensive thing ever.
Well, what is the most expensive thing ever? Something that's purchasable? Like, are we putting a value on Earth? Like, most expensive thing ever that's up for sale and is also, you know, buyable. I feel like realism, he's probably going to go through that. Like, things that are actually purchasable to things that are, like, just valued in general. I feel like the most expensive thing you could buy is land. No? Like, mega yachts are worth billions of dollars, but then it's probably just, like, antimatter. I feel like it's still land... Antimatter. You're going to be able to buy antimatter? I was going to say some sort... Not even real estate. Like, there's probably, like... There's probably an island that's up for sale that's, like, $50 billion. Or, yeah, you're saying, like, a fat-ass building. Yeah, you buy the Billionaires Row building. The International Space Station? Yeah, but that's not up for sale. How much is that worth? International Space Station. $1 trillion? Like, what are you putting that at?
But to find out what that is, we'll be going on a journey through the most valuable things in existence, all starting with you. The raw ingredients needed to make a human cost only $152,000. But if that's out of budget, you could just boil down a pig, because chemically you're pretty much the same, they're just slightly tastier. But since you're
Well, you could also value a human much higher on what the government values your life at in terms of, like, somebody asking for ransom. Isn't there a number? What does the U.S. government value a human life at? $11 million. The value of statistical life. Like, you being a lot, like, they'll spend that amount of money to try and get you back.
Already fully assembled.
Jay Ready, thank you for the 25 gifted subs. Thank you if you got a sub. Thank you for the 25 gifteds.
The government official.
That's it. I mean, I was expecting it to be, like, lower, if I'm being honest. Not that I think it should be lower, but I assumed the U.S. government, I remember we watched a video on that. I assumed the U.S. government would value at, like, $1 million, $1.5 million. Like, whatever around, like, the average person makes, like, what, like 1.9 million in their life? Something around that.
Already fully assembled, the government officially values you at $14.2 million.
I was wrong.
And they're lowball.
It's actually $3 million higher. $14.2 million. How do they arrive at that amount of money? Where do they get that from? That's just, like, the cost it would be for, like, an average person to get them back in a time of need or save their life if they're captured by Russia or some shit. It's just, like, a random, like, I feel like it just feels like a random number.
And they're low.
Average net worth? Hell no. The average person dies with a net worth that's, like, 1/10 of that. Average net worth of, I'm going to say an American at death, because it depends on the country. The average person between the ages of 65 and 74 has a net worth of $1.79 million. That is all their assets and all liquid cash combined. The median net worth of an individual is $410,000.
Balling you because if someone,
because even if you're making say you're making $5 million in your lifetime, you're spending most of that on consumable goods and things that are not assets or liquid cash. Like, you're giving a lot of the money that you're making to taxes. You're spending it on food. You're spending it on insurance. You're spending it on bills. That's not in your, like, that's just gone now.
Hypothetically harvested all your organs, they could make 45 million.
Okay, but like, what do you mean DNA is worth $9.7 million? They're gonna fucking harvest every aspect of my body?
You're pretty expensive. But to find the most expensive thing ever, we need to look at much costlier items, with the next being a well-known painting that became famous for all the wrong reasons. It's 1503 in Italy. A rich silk merchant goes up to a painter and says, "Could you make me a painting of my wife?" "Sure. Give me like 2 weeks."
It took him 16 years to do the Mona Lisa?
Leonardo da Vinci never fully finished that painting, but...
Oh, really? I mean, it seems done to me. Like, what else needs to be done?
He actually sold it right before he died to the King of France, and it stayed in the bedrooms of powerful guys until ending up at a museum, where no one cared.
Wow, that's wild that that's been in the I feel like that's why it's worth so much is the history. Because I'm going to be so real, painting's not that crazy. I feel like there's cooler paintings from that time that even Leonardo da Vinci painted. Like...
Bedrooms of powerful guys until ending up at a museum, where no one...
It's just a person. Call Jinxie. Why? Dude, gosh. I want to watch the video. What happened? Jinxie's at Diamond Gym. No, he's not. He's doing fan mail. Whatever. Lock back in.
No one cared. Until it got stolen, then found, then taken on a PR campaign, and now this 30-inch plank of wood smeared with colored oil is valued at $1 billion. But nature's greatest work of art was found by complete accident. Sir Thomas made
$1 billion for that fucking painting. Bro. And you ever see the shit people are doing when they're there? It's like behind a glass wall and it's bulletproof and all this other shit. And people just crowd around. Like right now, there's probably hordes of people Actually, no, because it's nighttime. During the day, there's people just crowded around that fucking painting. Like just taking pictures of it. I just feel like it's not that crazy, you know? I feel like there's like in the museum. What museum is it in? There's got to be cooler paintings. What museum is the Mona Lisa in? The Louvre. Oh, yeah. And didn't somebody just rob the Louvre? Like, this is the picture. Like, I gotta say, yeah, for the year 1500, this painting is fucking wild. I understand the hype. I'm just like, there's better paintings. Like, I'd rather own Starry Night by Van Gogh. Like, I'd rather own that painting. I feel like that painting's just cooler. What are other better paintings? I'm going to look up just like other Leonardo da Vinci paintings. Like The Last Supper. The Last Supper. I'm not even religious. The Last Supper is just like a better painting. Like that is just, in my mind, I'm like, this painting's unreal. Level of detail. I don't know. It's just like one's just a portrait of somebody and the other's just like fucking. And how much is the Last Supper worth? Last Supper painting value. 1 to 3 billion. I mean, like, that's just a big jump. How are we evaluating this? It says it's worth 450 million by a winning bidder. Oh no, but this is just a different painting. Salvatore Mundi, 450 million.
Major Cullinan dug a hole in the ground and filled it with Africans to mine rocks for him.
What?
Inch plank of wood smeared with colored oil is valued at $1 billion.
Jay ready for the 25 gifted subs. Thank you. If you get a sub, thank you for the 25 gifteds. Conrad Mop. Gooder Virtue as Zed Bold for the 3. Justin Lillian for the sub. Big thank you for the 3. Cleansings. MV. What's up, Cleansings? Saucy 1 UK Scully and It's thank you for the sub. MV and Karasu for the sub. Paint Mill. Joe just about Mr. Fancy Blitz. Blood, I'm Gravity and Question. Thank you for the sub. Raging for the sub. Stews for the sub. Virtue and Jay ready. Thank you for the gifteds.
But nature's greatest work of art was found by complete accident. Sir Thomas Major Cullinan dug a hole in the ground and filled it with Africans to mine rocks for him. And in 1905, a diamond was found. And it happened to be the biggest diamond ever. Completely colorless, 0 imperfections, the most chemically perfect rock produced by the planet. And the guy who found it was this guy, the mine's manager. He was just going for a stroll when he randomly saw it in the wall, and he got a nice check for it. Then the rock got cut up and shipped in a literal postal box to more white people. The total value of this rock is estimated at $2
billion. He got 500K in that time for it. Why'd they cut it up though? Oh, because then they could shape it to whatever they want, and then it just became what, like Queen's jewelry?
White people. The total value of this rock is estimated at $2 billion, making it the most expensive luxury item ever thanks to its rarity and prestige. But the most expensive land ever is something you would never expect.
If it's in the United States. No! The Panama Canal. That's not in the United States, but it's in the Americas. Isn't the Panama Canal one of the most valuable, like, areas just for, like, shipping?
France
What?
owned all this land in 1803, and the United States wanted a little piece of it. So they went over to France with $10 million.
Oh my God, the Louisiana Purchase.
And said, "Can we buy a little piece of your land?" France's leader and conqueror of Europe, Napoleon, was like, "How about you pay me $15 million for the whole thing?" Yes? The Louisiana Purchase doubled the size of the
They only wanted to buy Louisiana for $10 million, and Napoleon said, if you give me 15, you could have it all.
United States at the cost of 4 cents per acre.
4 cents.
This land today is worth thousands per acre, making it widely considered the single greatest land purchase in history, as long as you don't ask the people originally living there. But the Louisiana Purchase wasn't the most expensive in history. There was a piece of land that cost way more than the entire American Midwest, and it's this. This plot of land with a parking lot that cost $3 billion.
In China, that building's $3 billion.
Why did this parking lot cost more than a fifth of the...
I gotta sneeze.
United that cost $3 billion. Why did...
Thank you, chat.
Did this parking lot cost more than a fifth of the United States? Well, back then, the Louisiana Purchase was a gamble on an uncharted frontier. This modern-day plot of land in the center of one of the most valuable financial districts on Earth, where the government artificially restricts the land supply, was just a much safer investment. Land is valued for its potential, but the houses we put on top of the...
Well, why $3 billion? Like, what are they doing? It's an office. Is that just an office space? Like, what about that piece of land? I know it's in Hong Kong, but what makes that valuable? I know the land in general there is really expensive, but it just looks like it looks like a parking garage.
Land are somehow even more expensive. In 2019, a finance guy spent $240 million on a high-altitude hollow brick in New York City.
Dude, I love watching those videos that real estate agents do where they tour you like $200 million properties and just show you the dumbest shit ever. Sometimes it's in Billionaires Row and it's like really cool apartments, but you're like, who the hell would spend this amount of money on it? Other times it's just like mansions with just like a fucking realistic giraffe in the middle as a centerpiece.
City that he doesn't.
Well, this artist actually wanted to put this here to kind of encompass the vibe of this room specifically. Jean Lellemont added this piece here. And it actually, he hand shipped it and they put it together in this specific room. He himself did it.
Even live in. Actually, all of these buildings are half empty, cause...
And here we have a whole T-Rex skeleton. That's pretty cool.
The rich people buying them are just treating them as investments. If they actually needed a place to stay, they would just do what the richest guy in India did and spend $2 billion erecting their own personal monument. That has a dark secret. This is Antilia, the most expensive private residence in the world, valued today at $4.6 billion. It has a 168-car garage, 3 helipads, a snow
168 car garage. Why? That's more than you could have in GTA. I don't even have that many cars in a fucking video game, let alone real life. He has to have cars that he's never driven. They're just there.
Room, and the entire thing was built on an orphanage. And if you're wondering where
You did a video on this house? Yeah, because everybody around him's broke as fuck. So this is in an area where, like, they're in Mumbai, and maybe it's in a nicer area of Mumbai, but literally, like, fucking 500 yards away, there's just, like, impoverished people making $1 a day.
And the entire thing was built on an orphanage. And if you're wondering where the orphans went, the house also has 600 servants. There are investments, there are status symbols, but the most expensive house ever is the hardest to truly value. Its purchase price? £21,000 in 1761. When King George III bought Buckingham House, it was
You think they look like that?
in 1761. When King
Like, how accurate were these painters in painting these people? Like, you think King George, that's an accurate depiction of what he looked like? I feel like they're slimming him out sometimes. I feel like they're making him look better. Like, whenever you see the Habsburg, you know the Habsburg child, the one that's like the incest kid from Spain, because their family just kept fucking each other until it got to a point where he had like a shriveled black testicle, and then they made him sleep next to dead bodies to try and make him horny. Like, he probably looked worse than that. You gotta watch a video on fucking Habsburg. What was his name? Charles Habsburg? He was so... It's Charles Habsburg. Charles II of Spain. This guy was so, like, fucked up from incest that he had, like, when they dissected his body, he had, like, organs that didn't look like human. And they needed him to fuck because they needed offspring. And they convinced themselves that they needed to put, like, dead bodies. So he slept next to, like, dead bodies to try and, like, up his libido. I don't know why they thought that would fix it. But he just, like, couldn't close his mouth, and he would constantly drool everywhere. And his intelligence was obviously lower. He couldn't really, like, learn the way that most people did. And then they were like, hey, you need to, like, have a wife. You have to have, like, sex with this woman. But he couldn't. And I think he was also just infertile. And so they were trying to fix that. I'm going to Google that. Charles Habsburg, black testicle. He had severe testicular atrophy or necrosis caused by a combination of inbreeding, hormonal issues, and gangrene. The exact wordings from his 1700 autopsy claimed his body, quote, did not contain a single drop of blood. His heart was the size of a peppercorn. His lungs corroded. His intestines rotten and gangrenous. He had one testicle that was the color of coal, and his head was full of water. And he was the king of Spain.
George III bought Buckingham House, it was just a little shack for him to store his wife. But after a few hundred years of renovations and millions in state funding, it became a 775-room palace. Its value is estimated at $4.9.
We watched that video. There's a whole video we watched. It was like 40 minutes long about him. Got worse and worse. And it's like this dude describing him. And some of the images were AI, but they're trying to, like, imagine what he looked like as a kid. And it's like, they said he would just, they said he couldn't sleep at night. And they would put dead bodies next to him to try and make it fit, like, fix his problems. Or some shit. I gotta pull that clip up. I'm sorry. I know we're watching a Jack Pockets video, and this has nothing to do with it. Oh my God, Joe Bart Habsburg. The king born with liquid bones and a skull full of water. Oh my God, these images.
Drool from the chin of the boy who would be king.
I mean, the workers had to be talking to each other.
Hab's description. His jaw protrudes so far that he appears to have two faces, one stacked in front of the other. When he attempts to eat, officially was the king. The pressure was crushing. Both Charles and Marie-Louise were subjected to increasingly desperate fertility treatments. She was forced to drink vile concoctions of herbs and animal organs. He was made to consume potions that included ground pearls and bull's blood.
Yeah, they would like give him it would be like, yeah, we're gonna feed you blood of animals. Like literally just trying any weird pseudoscience like shit, trying to be like, yo, you gotta get it up.
Pounds, but this is just a guess based on its prime location and historical significance. To find something more valuable than any house, we just need to scale up to the most impressive and disastrous structures in the world. Mega projects.
Yeah, but are you really gonna value the pyramids of Egypt? Like you're gonna value Khufu? Like how do you? What is that at?
The U.S. interstate highway system is the most expensive mega project in history, costing an inflation-adjusted $634 billion. But it was worth it. For every $1.
Oh, it was worth it, but no trains. No trains. We'd still be using trains from a fucking 100 years ago.
Of that cost,
let's get a bullet train up and move in the United States.
Returned $6 in economic output. This project had a clear problem, a clear plan, and a clear result. Pretty straightforward. In 2021, Saudi Arabia started building a 110-mile line-shaped city made
Yeah, didn't they give up on that like instantly?
out of Empire State Building tall glass mirrors. It was supposed to cost $500 billion and be done by 2030, but now the date is maybe 2080, and the cost is maybe 8.8 trillion. The line will be the most expensive mega project ever if it actually gets built.
2080, fucking wipe my ass. 2080, I'll be dead. Right? Like, most of us will probably be dead. Like, oh my God, the line will be done when I'm 78 years old. Awesome.
If. 45 Mount Everests above all of this is the International Space Station, the most expensive single object ever built by humans. But its cost is the least impressive thing about it. See, legendary mega projects like the pyramids represent what one civilization could do. The ISS represents what every civilization together could do. It took hundreds of thousands of experts from all over the world to manufacture.
I'm doing math real quick. Hold up. This one chatter just said there'll be 63 in 2080. Which would mean that they were born in 2017, which would mean that they cannot be in chat. You're out of here. That's got to be a lie. There's no way that person's here.
Parts that fit
You're gone. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Together perfectly when assembled in an empty void that would kill a human in 90 seconds. This is.
You're a dick. He's breaking TOS. Bro's way too young. Bro, I literally hit bongs, and I am not somebody you should be watching that young. I gotta say that right now. Like, get the fuck out of my stream, dude. Please.
The greatest masterpiece ever built by
You were born after Fortnite.
Humans, and
Leave.
It shows what can be accomplished when the world comes together. But it's way more costly when the world.
That's like the Rizzler. Like, that's like the Rizzler watching my stream.
Comes apart. War is pretty expensive. The American Civil War cost so much that to fund it, the government had to invent paper money and the federal income tax. God damn it! World War I cost so much that Germany was still paying it off until 2010, and World War II was the most.
Who the fuck were they who the hell were they paying?
Expensive conflict in history. The full global cost of this war has never been calculated, but it involved every major power devoting a majority of their entire economy to destruction. By the end of the war, 70 million were dead, a majority being civilians, and most of the involved countries were in shambles. Military spending as a percentage of GDP has never come close to World War II levels since, and if it ever does, we probably won't be aware. War is pretty expensive. World War II military spending was 25 trillion
25 trillion across all countries?
in today's dollars, but the cost of its destruction is unknown.
Oh, even more. But that's like, I mean, yeah, the most expensive thing ever could be a war in general. And if you're valuing the human lives lost, then it's even more than 25 trillion because you're valuing a human life at like, what, $40 million?
All the things in
just off what their body is valued at.
This video have value for different reasons, but the most expensive thing ever is the most unusual. Every single particle has an antiparticle with an opposite charge. When they touch, they annihilate and release energy. A single gram of antimatter could release more energy than 3 Hiroshima bombs. Bananas. Every 75 minutes, an atom in a banana decays, producing one single particle of antimatter. But the particle is so small that if you had one banana for every human that has ever existed, you would have to wait 97 times the age of the universe to produce 1 gram of antimatter. But that still wouldn't work because the banana antimatter particles only exist for 125 picoseconds, which is 1/1000th of a blink.
Why are bananas producing antimatter? Like, are other things producing like antimatter, just radiation? I know bananas have radiation. If you eat, like somebody did the math, I think it was Veritasium did the math on like how many bananas you would need to eat to equate to like a cigarette. But
the only way to make a meaningful amount of antimatter is by firing tiny
they're decaying? Yeah, but everything decays.
Particles at almost
but it's radiation decaying, I guess.
the speed of light into a metal rod, then catching the debris in a vacuum. There's currently only one facility that does this, and in its entire existence, it's made less than 10 billionths of a gram of antimatter, which would make enough energy to power a light bulb for 4 hours. Antimatter.
And that's all their company does? How do they make money?
Could be the most efficient energy source ever, and studying it could answer questions about how the
because they need to get progress. Like eventually it could be a crazy energy source, but not right now.
Universe was formed. But it's so difficult to make that NASA estimates 1 gram would cost 62.5 trillion. But if we ever somehow managed to get a gram of antimatter, wouldn't the most expensive thing be whoever owns the antimatter? Which would probably be a country, maybe the United States, which is already worth 180 trillion. But then, the Earth is worth 5 quadrillion. And now that
I knew we were going to be talking. How are we talking about how much Earth is worth? How do you value Earth? I said that in the beginning. Oh, well, Earth is worth $5 quadrillion. Where did we get that number? Like off of all the material, like raw material that's on Earth, just added up. If they were sold at market value, like
we're in space, there are asteroids floating around with quintillions worth of gold and platinum, and the sun is made of gas.
Yeah, but then you have the fucking counterpoint that the only reason that asteroid is worth that much is because the amount of gold and diamonds or whatever they have on that fucking asteroid. The issue though is if we ever got that, the value of gold would go down because the supply would be through the roof. So then gold wouldn't be as rare of a resource and it wouldn't be worth that amount of money. Like right now it is because we don't have it. If we ever were able to get our hands on that asteroid, it would just be worth nothing because gold would just plummet to the fucking rock bottom. Because it would just be a common resource. It'd be like imagine if you're playing Minecraft and the diamond spawn rate is that of copper.
Floating around with quintillions worth of gold and platinum, and the sun is made of gas worth 30 nillion. The universe is filled with an infinite amount of wealth, all of which we got for free.
I thought he was going to try and value the universe. I would have liked that. Oh, well, the Milky Way galaxy's worth this much. If some sort of being wanted to buy the Milky Way galaxy. All right. That was a fun video, though. Ruben, Nico, Soggy, Jackson, Gavin, Chaos, Alec, Ikira, Fat, Jaden, Kamon, Grum, N, Goofy, Knob, Nisha, Gibby, Nam, Local, Josh, thank you for the 1,000 biddies, Meta, and Schluter for the sub, T-Cast, Peanut, Bart, J Ready, thank you for the gifteds, again, Riley for the sub, chat, next video. When franchises literally refuse to die.
Everyone for coming. We're gathered here to... Thank you everyone for coming. We're gathered here to celebrate the life of a show that's touched both our lives and YouTube Shorts feeds, and known for inspiring millions of people to get up and change the channel. We're now going to hear a few words from one of the only people that is still watching Family Guy.
I'm not going to lie, if nothing else is on, I'm still watching Family Guy, bro. I'll turn that shit on. When a franchise refuses to die, I have less of an annoyance with Family Guy comparable to The Simpsons. The Simpsons. Stop making The Simpsons. Who the fuck watches that shit slop show? Ugh. And I have the joke that I know, like, my profile pictures on Steam is Bart Simpson. Like, I get it's an OG, it's a franchise, and that's why there's value, is because they have to keep making the show, and they make a lot of money through merchandising and all this other shit. So it's like The Simpsons has to constantly be a forever show, and it was one of the first forever shows, so it makes sense that it stays. But I don't know anyone, like, I think the only people that watch The Simpsons still are, like, old millennials and up. I don't know anyone that's like Gen Z or even younger millennial that's like, yo, I'm tapped into the new episodes of this new episode of The Simpsons drops. Season 83. Season 83 of The Simpsons drops tonight. It's gonna be a heater. Bart Simpson's gonna get into some fucking comeuppets.
Hi, yeah, me again. Look, I'm sure we've all had that one show that's like gone on for so long that it just ends up like spinning its wheels. Like the car that hit Brian in Family Guy. Thank you, not the time. Recently for me, it was The Boys, which I am constantly embarrassed to ever publicly talk about, because here I was thinking a show where a guy got straight teeth from an octopus was ever going to have a satisfying ending. And in the words of the great Peter Griffin Family Guy, that reminds me of the time that 2.5...
Yo, Law Perk, thank you for the 50 gifted subs, bro. Thank you if you got a sub. Thank you, Law Perk, for the 50 gifteds. Damn! Appreciate the fucking subs there, brother. Genuinely. Thank you for the fucking 50 subs, Law Perk. Thank them if you got us. Thank you for the 50 gifted. TT for the 3. Lovely Kashi. Thank you for the 3. Tatum, thank you for the 3. Don't know next Marvel Rival stream. Nico and Robert, thank you for the sub. Just got accepted to the trade school. Dub. In Love Perk. Thank you for the 50 fucking gifteds, bro.
Men got to the end of its final season and had lost about 1.5 of its men. Shows that go on for so long that they...
Why do you change the sub thing? Because there's no point in goals anymore. It's just Bart's daily subs. That's what it's going to be at.
Lose final season. Great Peter Griffin Family Guy. That reminds me of the time that 2.5 Men got to the end of its final season and had lost about 1.5 of its men. Shows that go on for so long that they lose their main character or replace their host with Joey from the hit sitcom Joey.
Yeah, Top Gear, bro. But Top Gear died, then it became, what, the Grand Tour on Amazon Prime, and they ran that for like 4 seasons. And then Jeremy Clarkson just started Clarkson's Farm. I think it's just like certain shows like that that are more reality, not reality TV, because Top Gear is a car show, but it's like a forever car show. You're gonna change hosts. It's the same thing with like The Tonight Show. The Tonight Show's a forever show. SNL is a forever show. The cast changes, the host changes, the people change, but the show's name stays the same. You could even argue that, like, daytime TV, like, when Ellen got replaced with Kelly Clarkson's show, it's basically the same. It's not the same thing. It's different host, different vibe, but it's, like, the same time slot filling the space of the same mindset of people.
Or take after my parents and add a baby that just ends up making everything worse. But then... you get these shows that have transcended previously thought limits, where they no longer have to worry about things like ratings or angry IMDb reviews written by 45-year-olds, where we've all just accepted them as a
yeah, and then you hear the fucking slop where it's like, The Simpsons predicts everything. They're working behind the scenes trying to tell us what the future will be. No, there's just 5,000 episodes of The Simpsons. They're running out of ideas. They're gonna come up with shit that happens.
Constant part of our lives, like taxes and those weird ads about toes on every BuzzFeed article. And like, I get it, man. Like, it's so hard to get people to watch something when the cast isn't like half naked and or British. So when you finally do pull off a show that people watch, you do just want to hold onto it for dear life. But
Simpsons renewed for season 32? Yes.
I think it gets to a point, bro. We're now going to show you a video that was prepared earlier by the family.
I shouldn't have done that.
Does that mean that you want to stop?
No.
Yo, if you spam
feels
paragraphs,
so
you're banned.
good.
I'm just letting you know. That's just you. When you, please, if you're a new chatter, read the chat rules. If you spam, you're banned. It doesn't matter if it's a nice message. If you spam in chat and you copy and paste paragraphs, you're gone.
Tell me you want it.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Oh, God. Don't stop, you generous man.
Do this all night.
Right there. Oh, yeah. Give it to me, big boy.
You like that?
Oh, that's just fun.
The Simpsons, SpongeBob, Family Guy. I think it speaks to the quality of.
Hey, Joe, can I ask why are slurs instant bans when you swear often? I don't say slurs. You could curse in chat, but if you say the N-word, you're gonna get banned. What type of stupid fucking question was that?
How good these shows started, that they're still able to coast off of the goodwill of those earlier seasons, even after all this time, where I give you about 2 seconds on any social media to run into a Simpsons or SpongeBob meme, but I guarantee you that almost every time, it's gonna be something from one of those earlier seasons. Where sometimes it feels like the newer episodes only exist in the form of like 40-minute long YouTube video.
I gotta rewind.
Time where I give you about 2 seconds on any social media to run into a Simpsons or SpongeBob meme, but I guarantee you that almost every time it's gonna be something from one of those earlier seasons.
Yeah, like seasons 1 through like 10 tops. Same with SpongeBob. Like nobody's watching new. Oh my god, I forgot SpongeBob's a forever show. They still make new episodes of SpongeBob, and if you watch them, they're more brain rot than old SpongeBob even was. And I've watched older episodes, and even some of the older ones, I'm like, oh, man. And SpongeBob's one of my favorite shows from my childhood, but you never really realize how, like, brain rottish old TV was, even before short-form media. Like, people talk about how, like, AI and YouTube Shorts and, like, just the general brain mindset of people today is just, like, fucking so brain rotted for kids today. But it was worse. Or not worse. It was still bad when we were kids. Like, the shows we watched were brain rottish. Like, fucking Fanboy and Chum Chum. They wore fucking underwear on the outside of their pants and just walked around and talked about Slurpees for fucking literally 20 minutes an episode. Like, that show was fucking brain rot as hell. So, that's still today, people do that. But I think SpongeBob has gone even more kiddish downhill and, like, smoothed over art style wise. So when people reference SpongeBob, you're usually saying like seasons 1 through 3.
Sometimes it feels like the newer episodes only exist in the form of like 40-minute long YouTube videos complaining about how the shows fell off. And it's not like Modern Simpsons is the worst show of all time. We're just now at a point.
Yo, I'm gonna defend Rick and Morty real quick because I think people say Rick and Morty blows. And there was a slump in Rick and Morty, but when I tell you, chat, the show's back. Why, if you abandon Rick and Morty after season like 4 or 5, watch the new season. It's goated. They're turning into a forever show, but that's what Rick and Morty needs. Drop the overarching storyline of evil Morty and all this other dumb shit. Just have weird sci-fi fun episodes over and over and over and over and over again. That's all you need to do. Nobody cares about like the plot that's forming. It's just Rick and Morty doing weird shit every season, every episode. It's like, okay, like even dude, like Fear Hole brought Rick and Morty back, where they go into the Denny's and it's like they have to jump into a hole that shows them their greatest fear. It's like they still have meaningful like things to say in some episodes, and like they'll have character building with Rick and Morty, but it's no longer like, oh, we're going to the multiverse anymore. It's like not really as big of a deal.
Where like the amount of it.
I like the plot. I like the plot too, but they focused too heavily on it at one part that it was like, bro, lame. I just want to see the stupid shit they do. Like that's what's fun. The new episode of Rick and Morty where he gets into an argument with a kung fu master and he gets punched. And the guy says, if you take 3 steps forward, your heart will explode. So the rest of the episode is Rick walking backwards trying to defeat this guy with science. And he's making clones of himself that are walking to their deaths. Or it's 5 steps and they die. Yeah, it's like funny as shit. And Morty sides with the kung fu guy and said Rick was mean. And then Morty gets death punched and Morty walks backwards crying to Rick. Spoilers, bro, who cares? It's Rick and Morty.
That people call the good part is like a small minority of the show.
Oh my God, that's The Simpsons? What happened in season 6, episode 3? 5-7? Oof.
Like a small minority of the show. And the rest of it is about as unwanted as Meg from Family Guy. Please stop. But yeah, like compared to the earlier seasons that were getting like the 90s equivalent of like Mr. Beast views down to only like 1 million viewers.
I mean, even South Park did that to a degree. I think South Park has some good episodes now, but South Park was like, he focused too heavily on, Stan. Oh my God, what is Stan's dad's name? Why am I fucking forgetting this? I've seen every episode of South Park. Stan's dad, I'm just thinking about, I keep saying Rick in my head. Oh my God. Randy Marsh. When they had Randy Marsh move and start a weed farm with Towley, that became like kind of cringe to me. Like Integrity Farms, and that's coming from somebody that just gets high all the time. Like, it got too lame. And then it was like after the episode where Randy tries to get cancer purposely so he could get a med card, and he like bounces on his own nutsack. It was like then Randy became the main character like heavily. And I think they're kind of reverting from that now, but...
An episode is still kind of impressive when you think about, like, literally who is watching TV anymore. But I think even the strongest Simpsons fans who have stuck with the show, even through its K-pop episodes with...
Integrity in politics ruined it. Newsflash, South Park's always been political. I see people say that, and I think they do egg it a lot now. They do egg it a lot now. It's like this past season they had like 3 episodes heavily around politics, but South Park's always been political. Always.
Fortnite CGI, have to admit that the animation quality went backwards, the online ratings started to look like a giant picture of Lisa, and every sentence that comes out of Marge's mouth sounds like her last words. One of the greatest tragedies of my life was deciding to be 13 when Rick and Morty first premiered, where there was like a solid maybe 2 months of my life.
Oh my God, dude. And it's like similar to how like MHA fans ruin MHA a lot of the time. It's like Rick and Morty. Bro, the fans of Rick and Morty that are like, yeah, you have to have like a higher IQ to understand the episodes. Oh yeah.
Where my entire...
Yeah, you have to Rick and Morty's kind of like really a multi-interdimensional time travel type of show. You don't really get it unless you understand the type of science they're talking about.
Vocab just turned into like Rick and Morty vocal stems. But then I got to season 4 and it just didn't hit the same anymore, you know? Maybe it was the giant space incest baby.
Yeah, that was a bad episode. That wasn't great.
Get ready, boys. The last thing this world needs is a giant incest baby.
You know, now that I think about it, that was probably it. And even if a lot of my friends who stuck with the show kept telling...
Bro, we're so back. Season 9 on God. Season 9 is fucking cinema, bro. Oh. These were the bad. Yeah, season 4, season 5, season 6, not great. 1, 2, 3, peak. 7, 8, 9, peak.
Telling me that it got better eventually. And like, look, they even brought Evil Morty back. I just couldn't stop thinking about that fucking incest baby.
What?
Low Perk, thank you for the 25 gifted subs. I don't know how you've been giving so many subs, brother, but thank you, Low Perk. Thank you for the 25 gifteds. Axel, Sear James, bro. What's up, James? Thank you for the fucking raid. W raid in the chat. I'm sorry we're in sub-only mode. Let me take it out. My chat's been a little hectic today. You raided 3 minutes ago. I don't know if any raiders are still here or if you're still here, James. Thank you for the fucking raid, though, bro. Melon, Axel, Zyper for the sub. Happy and Minty, thank you for the 3. Short V3, Anto, Ninja, and Law, thank you for the 50 gifteds again earlier. Hold up. I don't even remember if I fucking replied to you. Bro, I forgot to reply. Thank you for the raid. I was in sub only. Hold up. All right. Diamond, thank you for the 3, Tatum for the sub. Roan and Zed, Mac, and Joey, Brendan for the sub as well. Lock in.
But the point is that it just doesn't take a lot to, like, lose your audience forever, which I can tell you from the experience of watching The Walking Dead or reading through my comment section whenever I take a sponsorship. And so either because they're running out of ideas or just doing whatever it takes to keep people watching, usually what happens when a show goes on for this long.
Low Perk, thank you for the 5,000 biddies, bro. Thank them. Not thank them if you got a sub. Thank you for the fucking biddies. Thank them if you got a sub from earlier. And thank you for the 5K biddies, Law Perk, bro. Appreciate it. Hold up. I shoot for like 30 minutes to get a schedule together for the streaming next week. Yeah, bro. I didn't know you started. You're saying you're in my stream, James. I didn't know you started up streaming again. I feel like you weren't streaming for a while.
Is that everyone goes
we gotta run some shit soon. Brennan, thank you for the sub. Love, thank you for the 5K biddies as well.
Fucking insane. Like, it reminds me of another late friend of mine, Riverdale, and all of the singular good time that we had together. Because it didn't matter if they had an infinitely generating amount of serial killers, multiple musical episodes, time travel, the Mothman, the Gargoyle King, or a bomb that sent the whole cast into an alternate universe called Rivervale, where Archie had his heart cut out by a ritualistic cult. All things that actually really happen.
Am I getting warm, Daddy?
Another show. What? Another show. Never watched Riverdale, so can't really comment on that. Another show that got dragged, but I was there for basically every episode. Supernatural. Supernatural was a show, and I'm going to give some spoilers here. Dean and Sam Winchester. Supernatural was, 14 seasons? And they were hour-long episodes, and they had like 20 episodes. Not 20 episodes. It was a lot of episodes per season. Like, that show, you could watch nonstop, and I think it would still take you like a week to finish it. If you literally never stopped playing. 15 seasons. Supernatural went from, we're hunting vampires and werewolves and shapeshifters to, I'm God. I'm no longer God. I'm now the devil. I have Cain's blade. I like killing people. I'm evil. I'm a vampire. I'm no longer a vampire. Wait, my comic book store manager's God? He's actually evil. God's not nice. We have to kill God. Like, that's Supernatural. Genuinely, that's how Supernatural goes. And in between, there's some episodes where there's like, we're in purgatory. Castiel's actually another demented creature that's a part of some other thing, and he has black splooge coming out of his mouth, and he's really powerful. He's no longer a pussy angel. Wait, here's another angel that we're talking to that's also really powerful, and we have to kill him because he's not on our side. Leviathans. Yeah, that's what they were called.
Riverdale is a joke.
I hope he talks about Supernatural. That show is like fucking crack. It's just everything's happening at once.
Which ever seemed to increase the show's constantly declining ratings, but did increase my homicidal thoughts. But Riverdale starting as...
Who's the guy that runs hell in Supernatural? Crowley. That's his name. Crowley. And he makes hell. This was really funny. Spoiler alert. Hell before Crowley used to be like eternal torture. And when Crowley becomes the head of hell, he makes hell an infinite queue. He makes hell just a line. And when you get to the end of the line, you teleport to the back of the line. So everyone in hell is just waiting in line, and that's hell. Is like, you're just sitting in a queue at like a DMV, and right when you're about to get to the front, you just get teleported to the back.
A teen high school murder mystery and ending with them turning into the Avengers is just kind of like the standard for what happens when shows go on for too long. Like, I don't watch a lot of cable TV on account of not being in a nursing home, but every time I miss that Netflix button on my remote,
I gotta rewatch Supernatural. That's like a show you could binge for years, bro.
I end up doing like an involuntary
on and off.
In a nursing happens when shows go on for too long. Like, I don't watch a lot of cable TV on account of not being in a nursing home, but every time I miss that Netflix button on my remote, I end up doing like an involuntary welfare check on the cast of 911, which again began as like a grounded show about firefighters, where they are now going to space and dealing with bee tornadoes.
Is that it's a bee NATO?
And you know Baywatch, that
Instead of B-NATO, it's kind of like Sharknado.
Like lifeguard show with David Hasselhoff. Well, when they got to the point where he was like disarming live grenades on the beach, they figured they may as well give him like a detective spin-off show, where in the second season he starts fighting aliens. Season 1, Mitch investigates the murder of the agency's previous owner. Season 2, Mitch investigates a series of murders committed by a half-man, half-fish woman. Mitch heads to an oil rig where they encounter a gelatinous sea monster. Mitch enters a cabin that takes him back in time. But you know what they say, that
yeah, it's like people just get really high and think and just change the show as it goes. It's just like, this guy's the main character. We're just going to throw random shit at him. Let's start a zombie apocalypse. Why not? Oh my God, The Walking Dead.
death is only the beginning of an animated prequel show that looks like Subway Surfers.
What universe are we living in right now that we're getting a third spin-off within the universe of the Big Bang Theory?
Dude, Big Bang Theory. I used to watch Big Bang Theory, and there's parts of the show that I like. I can never get behind a laugh track comedy. I've said this 1,000 times, man. Laugh track comedies are the lamest, lowbrow, fucking, like, low-effort humor. It's like, we're just gonna, dude, watch a laugh track comedy and just listen to the laugh track and see that there's a laugh track every fucking 5 seconds, and they think that, like, a random comment is a joke. Hey, what'd you do this morning? No, none of your business. I'm going to the park today. Huh. Make sure you don't eat shit.
The universe.
What's funny?
Of the Big Bang Theory.
A new Stranger Things spinoff.
The best comedies are comedies that don't have laugh tracks because the humor flows. It feels natural. It feels authentic. Obviously, there's things about the show that are outlandish and wild, like Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You know, Danny DeVito has a kumquat that he fucks that he keeps in his safe because it's like a safekeeping thing for him. He likes it. That's weird, right? But it's funny because every time they make a joke, it flows. They keep going. They're not sitting here subconsciously telling you, here's the joke, laugh at the joke, laugh at the joke. They don't need to tell you that it's a joke because it's just funny, right? They're going to a fucking Eagles game and they're barbecuing, tailgating, and Danny DeVito just dosed Charlie with acid and didn't tell him. That's funny, right? Would that be funny in real life? No, that'd be terrifying. But because it's a show and it's Charlie and Charlie's a character, that's fucking hilarious.
Show just got announced.
Why is Stewie getting a spin-off show?
Steven Universe just got a new spin-off series.
The best animated show of all time is finally back.
Squid Game have announced a cinematic universe.
Guys, this is insane. We're getting another Adventure Time.
Charlie McDennis. Bro. If you've never watched Always Sunny in Philadelphia, it is the best. I'm going to say it's probably a top 5 show of all time for me. Just the fucking humor in that fucking show is so... I'm not wrong, Sketty. I'm not wrong. Go watch the water park episode of fucking Always Sunny in Philadelphia. No, go watch the prom episode. Can I show one clip? Would that be copyrighted if I show one clip from Always Sunny? Always Sunny, Charlie, Wedgie.
Wakes up and then...
I don't know if this would be copyrighted. Editor, don't keep this in the video. I'm just going to show this one clip. They go to prom, right? And these guys were their bullies in high school, and they're talking about how they don't want to get bullied anymore. And they end up just getting bullied anyway, and they get wedgied. But when they go to wedgie Charlie... Wait.
I've been waiting a long time for this.
Wait.
I've been waiting a long time for this. You don't be bit. Oh, God!
Because his underwear is just... That's weed humor, but it's hilarious. His underwear is stained yellow with holes in it and rotting. And they try to give him a wedgie, and it just disintegrates in his hands.
Spin-off.
You've been voicing Jake the dog for 15 years. What's been most rewarding about this character just living on for a decade and a half now?
The paycheck. Which I think brings us to the final stage of TV immortality, the soap opera. I'm talking about those shows that have been airing.
Never heard you laugh like that. It depends what I'm watching.
At exactly like 3 p.m. on a weekday since the beginning of time that consist entirely of like 2 people standing in a room and arguing for longer than the entirety of One Piece. General Hospital, Days of Our...
Bro, oh, Days of Our Lives is the longest show I think ever in terms of episodes. Isn't there like 10,000 episodes of Days of Our Lives?
Home and Away, where all I've ever known about any of these is that they're like Cocomelon for old people.
Days of Our Lives is a show that your grandma has been watching since she was 30, and she's seen every episode. And they kill off a character, bring them back, kill off a character, bring them back. They're actually an evil twin that's back, and they're here to steal your husband.
Like, I remember one time I asked my grandma what was going on during like a Bold and the Beautiful episode, and despite her knowing about 5 total English words, proved to me over the course of the next 25 minutes that she has somehow retained about 30 years worth of the show's lore. We're talking 60 seasons, 15,000 episodes, airing 5 times a week.
You have interfered for the last time!
I don't know what the fuck any of these people did to deserve, like, living
11,900 episodes, bro. What?
In some kind of eternal purgatory where someone is perpetually either pregnant.
Like, how are they doing? Like, dude, the episode costs have to be, like, fucking $5,000 an episode. Like, these actors are getting paid nothing.
Divorced, suicidal, British.
How many episodes are in One Piece? Isn't One Piece, like, 1,000 or something? How do you have 15,000 episodes?
Or part of an
5,000?
8-month-long arc.
It's not 5,000. It's like 1,000 something.
Where someone is possessed by the devil.
Yeah, Days of Our Lives, 15,000 episodes, 62 seasons. How many episodes does that work out to be every season? 15,000 divided by 62. There's 2,500 episodes a season? That doesn't even make sense. Oh my God, there is. There's a new episode every day. Wait, let me look at this. Days of Our Lives seasons. Or I'm going to look up episodes per season. Days of Our Lives has 250 to 260 episodes per season. It's a daily soap opera that is broadcasted almost entirely year-round. But, like, what's the plot? And are the characters just, like, always staying? The first episode of Days of Our Lives was in 1965. 1965. That's unfucking real, dude. And then, like, what is the fucking... The episode, they don't even have ratings. Let me look last year. Do they have ratings? No, they're just not even rated. Like, I'm looking at episode 15,028 of season, I don't even know, year 2025. Chanel and Johnny throw a New Year's Eve party. Belle surprises EJ Jada, noticing something different about Raph. Gabby's hesitant to attend the party. And how long are these episodes? Like 40 fucking minutes?
You have possessed my wife again, haven't you?
Aren't you the clever one, John Black? Your precious Marlena is mine now.
What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Brooke on Bold and the Beautiful has been married 15 times. And 8 of them were to the same guy. Like, it gets to a point, man.
How many times has Eric Forrester been married on Bold and the Beautiful?
I think the number is 6 or 7.
And because these are designed to go on for longer than their audience's entire lifespans, they have to come up with, like, a reason why any actor leaves the show, which is why the British show Coronation Street has killed more people than most world wars.
This is it!
Yeah, why can't they be like, I'm just moving away? They have to keep killing off characters as well because they don't want to pay them too much. They want to go do other acting gigs. I feel like a lot of actors start out by doing like daily soap opera slop because it's like they're probably paying you fucking $200 an episode.
I mean, here I was thinking
to just be like a side character.
Grey's Anatomy was a show about doctors, and little did I know after looking it up that I found out these guys are constantly surviving plane crashes, shootings, ghosts, and worst of all, a musical episode.
It was genuinely announced that we are getting a spin-off series of Rick and Morty with solely just the president.
And now, much like a...
That sounds terrible, dude.
Family Guy cutaway gag, I'm going to segue into something that has absolutely nothing to do with what you were watching. Every single time we've gotten a new Toy Story since...
L Hater, bro, a spin-off of Family Guy, but it's just the president. Actually, maybe, because the president's, like, crazy in Rick and Morty.
It's the third one, which is twice. I don't know why I'm saying it like that.
Remember when Brad Pitt was in Friends? Nope.
The reaction is always the exact same thing. Seriously, I can't believe they made another Toy Story. There's two sides to the argument that we have every time they make another Toy Story movie, you know?
Oh, not Family Guy. Did I say Family Guy? I meant Rick and Morty.
There's the people that recognize that a Toy Story 5 doesn't take away from how good Toy Story 3 is, and then the other side, who tell those people to shut up. But I think where Pixar fucked up is that if they were going to spend the next 12 decades pumping out Toy Story sequels, then maybe they shouldn't have made Toy Story 3 so good in the first place. Because, you know, by making a trilogy this good, they've now set the standard for how good all of these have to be. And so
yeah, and you should just end it, dude. It's like they're clearly just getting paid heaps of money to keep reviving things. Like, that's what I hate when they bring back shows. I know people get hype about it, but I think it's different with cartoons. I feel like it's sad with shows. When they bring back regular show, awesome, right? It's the shenanigans, lost tapes of fucking Mordecai and Rigby, you know, and just everything in the show. When they bring back another show that's been gone for 20 years and the character is no longer fucking, you know, 20, they're 40, and they have to act the same way they did, like Full House, Fuller House. Ugh. iCarly in the new version. Oh. I think some shows it works. I mean, I haven't seen the new shows of Dexter, but it's like, okay, yeah, you could change the plot and have like Dexter be old now and just like follow him as a serial killer then, but it's just like odd. It's not gonna match the way it was before.
So it doesn't matter to anyone that like Toy Story 4 and even 5.
Fuller House was ass. Somebody said I saw there was two chats back to back that said Fuller House is good and Fuller House was ass. I'm gonna have to take that Full House is ass. Just the base show.
Are pretty good. They're still
you got it, dude.
Competing with Toy Story 2, which is the best one. And you can't even argue that because you know in your heart that I'm right. But with Toy Story, I think it's a bit more than these just feeling like unnecessary sequels, you know? I think people would be a lot less mad about like a fourth Matrix or an Indiana Jones movie where he's 9,000 years old if we didn't already have movies where we said goodbye to these characters. Like, sure, I'll take a third Incredibles and another Monsters, Inc., but Toy Story felt like it was done, right? Like, we were good after this. Like, what was the point of having such an emotionally satisfying ending where, like, just before he goes off to college, Andy chooses to give something that means so much to him away to someone else because he knows that she needs it more than he does right now, and then goes on to move on with his life while the toys get to start a brand new one. In Toy Story 4, Bunny shoves Woody in a closet and replaces him with a fork that spends the...
I haven't seen Toy Story 4, so I don't even know the plot. Oh my god. Wait, when is 5 out, or are they coming out with 5
goes
now?
On to move on with his life while the toys get to start a brand new one.
What is the one where there's that teddy bear that's like evil and he wants to kill people?
In Toy Story 4, Bunny shoves Woody in a closet.
Is that 4 or is that 3? That's 3.
And replaces him with a fork that spends the whole movie trying to kill himself. And so before the movie had even come out, people had already decided that the Toy Story series had gone the way of Peter Griffin going down his...
Or Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That's the worst one, where they tried to reboot it without the same, like, characters. Like, they were trying to change every single person, the whole family.
Stairs, and fell off. But, like, as far as unnecessary cash grab sequels go, it might have been extremely unwanted, but at least it was really pretty to look at. And I can really relate to that, you know? I like Toy Story.
They did Roderick wrong. They gave him a fucking coconut head haircut and then made him weird. Like, it wasn't the actor's fault. It was just the writing. Like, why'd they make Roderick like that? Why'd they make every character like that?
Story 4, okay? Like, sure, it's not as big as the last one, and it's kind of hard to, like, be invested in the emotional well-being of a fork when they were literally gonna fucking die in the last movie. But the ending gave us, like, a little bit more closure with Woody, with him realizing that it's okay to live his own life, even if that means being away from his family. And I thought that was enough to justify the existence of a fourth movie. And then in Toy Story 5, it's like, oh no, he's just like down the road if you need. Like, you can just give him a call. Because like every one of these movies is perpetually within toy walking distance of one another. Toy Story 5 is like the most spiritually straight to DVD movie I've ever seen. I'm not saying that means it was bad. Like, I liked it. But I'm also nearly 25 years old. So, but I think most other emotionally immature...
Sing. I don't want to get on the movie Sing, bro. I remember, what year did Sing come out? I'm pretty sure I saw that like my freshman year in high school. Yeah, Sing, 2016, bro. Oh my God. I remember Sing my freshman year. I went with my ex-girlfriend at the time. And that movie was straight ass. And then they came out with a second one, and I went, what the fuck? They're trying to make an emotional movie about a gorilla and a pig trying to be star fucking singers for their local town of 200 animals. And the dad's shitting on his gorilla son, and then the kid like sings, and then his dad's like, my boy's actually pretty good.
Sure, 25.
That's my son singing that Pharrell Williams song.
Year-olds can agree that Woody and Buzz kind of like ran out of stuff to do by the end of...
He's singing Happy.
The third and fourth movies. So like now all we get with the addition of another sequel.
Elton John. It was an Elton John song. Sorry. I don't remember because, you know, Sing to me wasn't really a meaningful movie.
Cool. Is like you get to see Woody go from like a borderline insane psychopath to a slightly fatter and bolder insane psychopath. And like shifting the focus to Jesse was a great call to set it apart from the others, but just ends up making you wonder why they didn't just do...
Oh yeah. I'm still standing. Better than I'd ever been. Looking like a true survivor. Feeling like a little kid. That's only thing worse is Happy in fucking Despicable Me. That was the worst radio music ever. Whenever that shit would come on.
A spin-off.
Because I'm happy, happy, home, and if you feel like happiness is a dream.
Oh yeah, right. But much like with The Simpsons and its 18 trillion episodes, there's only so much that you can do.
You're a villain. That's an awful take. Y'all fuck with that song. Dead ass, chat. It's amazing. It was so overplayed. It was almost as bad as, you remember like the era. I mean, even now, The Weeknd's like one of the most popular music artists. But do you remember the era of like, what was like the Weeknd song that was just played over and over again? Oh my God, it was, you know, not trying to be the joke, The Hills. The Hills by The Weeknd when this shit came on. Or was it Blinding Lights? Oh no, it was Blinding Lights. Oh my God, this song just, it's a good song, but it's so overplayed. Okay, but Happy by Pharrell. Like, you would just jam out to, y'all just jam out to this song? See, I don't know. Like, I'm not putting this on my Spotify playlist. God, I really am just, I'm just a fucking grouch. I'm just a pessimistic little fuck. I'm just a fucking rainy day type of guy, dude. I'm an asshole, man. I just can't. I don't. Happy doesn't make me happy. Pharrell Williams, Happy doesn't make me happy. It makes everybody else happy.
With the same premise before you turn into the Fast and Furious movies, which when
you're the what did that say? You're the donkey from Winnie the Pooh, bro.
From the humble.
You think I'm Eeyore?
Beginnings of being about illegal street racing to The Rock.
You think I'm Eeyore, bro?
And Jason Statham fighting a cybernetically enhanced Idris Elba, which is so much worse than the space thing, okay? I don't care what anyone says. A franchise that's as immortal as its entire cast is, that I think
I'm that one rainy cloud on a sunny day. It's so nice outside. It's just me glooming over the distance.
It's only topped by, like, the entire horror genre, specifically the Halloween movies, which is about as committed to its decision-making as the entire population of a gym on the 1st of January. And if you allow me, I've prepared, like, a little presentation for it, because you guys aren't busy, right?
I love the Halloween movies, though. You got to go into the Halloween movie mindset going, this will make no sense, and they're never going to be able to kill Michael Myers, and it's comedically funny how dumb the characters are.
First Halloween is a simple movie about a realistic depiction of what...
Okay, the first three are actually, like, the first three Halloween movies are like, oh my god, they might kill him. And then by movie, like, 5, you're like, this guy's immortal. In one of the newest ones, they shoot him, like, 15 times and beat him. The whole town beats him with metal bats. And then he stands up and kills everybody.
It's like walking home as a woman at night. That ends with our hero, Jamie Lee Curtis, shooting Michael Myers and pushing him off of a balcony, which they leave open for Halloween 2, where Michael Myers is now Jamie Lee Curtis's brother. So they shoot him 40 times and blow him up. But that doesn't even matter, because then in Halloween 3, we find out that all of that was just a fake movie inside of another movie. Until Halloween 4, where Michael Myers is real again, actually. So they hit him with a car and shoot him another billion times, which he then miraculously survives in Halloween 5, where it's now revealed that Michael Myers is telepathically connected to Jamie Lee Curtis's niece, who in Halloween 6 is then abducted by a cult that impregnates her with Michael Myers' child until he is defeated by Paul Rudd.
It worked.
I think I might have missed Halloween 6. I don't really remember the plot of that one. I don't really remember the plot of that one. I feel like I've seen all the other ones. But Halloween 6, what? Paul Rudd's in it too?
Power of the runes stopped him.
But then in Halloween 7, they changed
Do not recall that one.
their minds again, because none of that happened actually, because Jamie Lee Curtis pushes him off of a balcony, crashes a van into him, and then decapitates him. And you might be reasonably thinking how he could possibly survive that one. And obviously it's because he swapped clothes with some other guy at the last minute, because the real Michael Myers is now doing karate with famous rapper Busta Rhymes.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
But you know, at least after all this time, they've finally known when to stop. I think Star Wars is another one where, like, back in the day, whenever a new movie was coming out, you could feel and smell the hype around the world. And now after, like, 27 Disney Plus shows a year, we're somehow at a point where we had a new Star Wars movie drop last month after a 9-year break, and it was getting box office mogged by a 4chan meme. So of course, with Toy Story, you can always just not go see it. But you will. And you can beg Disney not to make another one, but they will. And everyone's going to complain about it, and the reception is going to sound the exact same as the feedback I get after every Hinge date. And then it will be the highest grossing one in the series. So, yeah, we sure showed them. It's not a secret that, like, 90% of Pixar is funded by Cars and Toy Story merch. So, like, they were never going to let this go when Toy Story 4 made more than all of their last 4 original movies combined.
Yeah, because I just think the IP, it's like, are kids today, like, into Toy Story? Like, how does that, what is the shit they're watching? Like, I feel like it's like Bluey. Like, they fuck with Bluey. What other new slop do they like?
And again, not that I blame them, okay? Like, did you see Elio? Because I already told you I was busy that weekend, okay? You were meant to cover for me.
Oh my god, there is no way we're actually getting Adventure Time, and it's titled Adventure Time Side Quest, which is a prequel that follows Finn's early childhood.
So, as I was saying, Family Guy. So yeah, you know, even though I've not watched a single episode of the show consensually, I think I speak for all of us when I say that we're really gonna miss...
Family Guy renewed until 2034. Another 8 years. Another 8 years. Dude, Family Guy's nuts. I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like in terms of... You could honestly put them where it's like Simpsons, more kid-friendly, Family Guy in between, South Park, more adult, and then all the other shit in between, right? Like, that's kind of like the 3. And then there's like American Dad and other ones. But it's usually like, what do you mean in between? I'm saying it's like... the commentary on, I'm not saying ranking the shows. I'm saying all of those 3 shows are about current events. Like The Simpsons, Family Guy, and South Park tend to have things that revolve around current things that are going on. And it's how they depict them. Not always. There's in-between episodes that are bullshit. But like South Park does stuff on AI or current political presidencies. Similar to Family Guy with like current events and news and shit. And they make references to things that are actually happening. And then The Simpsons as well. Simpsons sometimes future events. Yeah, but they'll do stuff about current stuff too. All right. I gotta pee again. And then we're gonna hop into the next video. Trav, Lou, B-Dog, Soul, Dinah, Trav, Colby Cole, Cho, Joshi, Varas, Missy, Ali Queef, Joshy, T, Lil, Remington, Jason, LM, Just, Louie, Sheba, Sleepy for the sub, Carnival, thank you for the 3. Justin Trap for the sub. Chat, hold up. I gotta go pee, and then we're gonna hop into the next video. 1 second. All right. Hold up. I gotta pick a song. Except to redeem Dent. Did they really? You might have just lied to me. I don't know. Oh, you know, since you guys love this song so much. All right. We're back. How's the song? Trav Martin, JS, and Russell, thank you for the sub. Let's tap into streamer review real quick. A little short update, and we'll get into the video. Oh, Kai's live.
What's up? What's up?
You are a menace, King.
Dude, does he just have like a fucking TV wall of everybody's POV? Is this everybody's stream?
I'm seeing clips.
Oh my god.
Time out. That's not true. That's not true, Kyle.
Okay, talk.
First of all, see, this is the same thing I just told
Fighting.
That's a screen of every single person that's live. What is everybody up to? What's Sketch doing?
Shuggle, did we hit 100K, chat? Shuggle Plug, let's go. Congrats, bro. Did we?
Oh my god, J-Shock and Sketch are playing each other in Madden. No way.
Go to your screen manager. And you know what? Yeah, there you go. What's it at? 94. No, we're not close.
That's wild. Oh my god. What else is happening? Valkyrie is a professor right now. Oh, another in.
So how about this? Today, we're hard targeting Sketch and Bonnie.
Yes.
And we take them the fuck out.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, how? If Bonnie becomes an officer, we're screwed. I get her expelled.
What's happening? Are there like a prank wars going on or something? Or. Oh my god, what about Marlon? What about King Auger? before. No, Marlon. No, Marlon, get back on frame. No, Marlon, where'd you go? Oh, there he is.
All right, chat. I'm going back home real quick.
Marlon, take me with you. Marlon, don't turn your mic off. Marlon, keep your mic on. Marlon. Dude, I rated J-Shock. The other day. J-Shock goes, I gotta go pee real quick. Doesn't mute his mic. Just full pissing. Full pissing audio. That shit was hilarious. He's like, I know my mic's not off. It's just, you just hear, and he's like, oh, finally. Oh my God. There's so many fucking clips out of Streamer Yo.
Down? Wait, down.
There's so many people
Oh,
live,
God,
bro.
no.
Is everybody, like, when do they go live? Like 8 a.m.?
As long as the equipment's in
Look
there.
at this shit, dude. Viewers high to low. Oh my God. Jeremiah from Love Island. Bro, everybody's here. That's insane. Where's Juicy Jacob? What's Juicy Jacob up to? Where the fuck is he at? He's got to be up here. Yusuf's live. Yugi.
Bro, because he forgot his dumbass keys.
I seen he was getting a haircut.
He's got a rock wall. Oh my God. Where's Juicy Jacob? Is he live? He is.
Personality. Engineer, like I just don't care. That's right. Do I shrink my diaper?
What? Okay, good. And can I what we were facing that corner?
Are they taking class photos? Why is the camera sideways right now? What's fucking happening? Oh, he's Jeffy. It's picture day. That's wild he planned out that many outfits and like cosplays. Oh my God, who's that anime girl? I'll look at that and then we'll go to the next video. What's that girl's name? Suki?
No.
Oh, she's in her room. Bro, why is every Twitch streamer on planet Earth live right now? Holy fuck. Squeaks is live. My king.
I don't know what they were doing. These things take time. Don't li-
Oh my God, my king. All right, back to what we were doing. Next video. We might save that Neil deGrasse Tyson video for Monday. Chat, here's the schedule, by the way. We're doing reacts today, obviously. Saturday, Sunday, I'm not live. World Cup, blah, blah, blah. Not going live. Monday, random reacts, friend slop. Tuesday, photo anomaly drops, random games. Wednesday, not live. Thursday, shift at midnight drops, other random shit. Next Friday, Alveus Sanctuary charity stream. Match and test on us up to 10K and reacts. Next Saturday, Block Wars Switch Rivals event. Maybe Mindplex as well. Next Sunday, not live. Then we'll go from there. Random games. Might start up Outlast 2. If we don't fucking continue Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Don't really know. Yugi Bro v Bro. 4v4 Bro v Bro. Other random reacts. Then we have streamer games. I'll be gone the 31st, but the 1st and 2nd I'll be co-streaming streamer games. I'll be vlogging it too for a YouTube video, and then we'll probably react to my events. Edited, compiled together when I'm back. 3rd, 4th, might be doing collabs. Probably not live. Same with 5th, 6th. So I'll probably be like off a day, on for 2 days, maybe a 3rd, and then off for like 3, and then I'll be back. Grinding out stream for like a week straight. And then we'll go from there. Dax, thank you for the 3. Are you ever restocking merch? We're doing new merch soon. How's Marcel Fun? R-Step Rocco, thank you for the 5 gifted. Salsa Marshall for the sub. Not Daniel Louise. And It's Wolfie, thank you for the 5 gifted. JS. Russell, Ren, Flirt, and La, thank you for the sub. Bob, thank you for the sub. La, stop giving subs, bro, please. You've given so many subs. Dax, they give it a 3. Lock in. Jackass Cast answers the 50 most searched Jackass questions. Aren't they coming out with their last movie?
Hello?
I thought the last one they did was the last movie they were doing. And then now they're doing another one.
Cast of Jackass, and we're about to answer the most searched
Oh, it's already out?
questions about our...
Dude, watching a Jackass film in theaters, I didn't watch this past one that just dropped, but the one before it I did. Probably one of the weirdest movie experiences ever, because there's just straight cock in like half of that movie. And in most films, they'll show like like in a romantic sense, like a woman will be naked. When a guy's naked, they always show their butt. They never show the dick because it's like, oh, you know, oh, like it's like a jump scare almost when you see that in a movie. But in Jackass, it's like not even in that sense. It's like, all right, in Jackass, they had see-through ping pong paddles and they're fucking wedging this guy's dick so tight with screws. And then he plays ping pong with his own penis. And that was really gross. Or they like snakes bite their dick.
Our dumb movies.
A lot of dick stuff. They put honey on Steve-O's balls and made like, or they didn't put honey on it. They put like a queen bee under Steve-O's nutsack and then a bunch of bees surrounded his fucking penis. If you've never seen the Jackass movies, it's almost like a pain gauntlet of sorts, dude. It is. Watching Steve-O shove a metal hook through his fucking cheek live and then jump into the ocean and have his friends reel him in like a fish. It's just unreal. Johnny Knoxville just getting shot. What was the worst Johnny Knoxville injury?
Knoxville's worst injury.
I've had some silly ones.
I feel like y'all haven't seen you haven't seen the Jackass films. Dude, they'll put Steve-O in a jock strap and put raw chicken in his pants and then make him tightrope walk over alligators. The funniest one is when they got this guy to wear a sweatsuit. And they gave him like laxatives and they made him run on a treadmill. And so he was really sweaty and he was shitting himself. And then they hooked a tube up to another guy's mouth and he had to breathe in the fumes. The porta potty. Oh, yeah, the porta potty one's really gross. I can't show any of these on stream, but I'll describe them. The porta potty one, they put Steve-O in a porta potty and just slingshot him into the air, and then all the poop and shit just fucking goes all over him.
Like
when you
breaking
split your
my
urethra.
penis and
oh my God, what?
The blowout fracture of my eye, but I think it would be the
breaking his penis. When did he break his penis?
Concussions that are going to be the one that catches up.
But you did break a motorcycle.
Johnny Knoxville's worst injury occurred while filming Jackass Forever when a bull blindsided and launched him into the air, causing traumatic brain injury, brain hemorrhage, broken ribs, and a broken wrist.
Handlebar with your taint.
Yeah, that was pretty.
They would even do side ones that were just so stupid. Like Jackass, the way Jackass films work is they have a bunch of like, they intro it. They go, my name's something and this is the blank. And then they fucking do it. And a lot of the time, it's like random small stupid things and then big ones. Sometimes it's pranks or other shit. Ban that guy that just typed a whole ass paragraph. They do like small ones and big ones. But like I remember even in the OG films, they'd get like 2 of them to hold a wooden plank and just run downhill into a tree. On both sides. Like, what the fuck? It's like drank horse semen. Oh, they've done way worse than that.
Impressive.
I seriously, if I had to take one of your injuries, I would take the concussions over the splitting my urethra open with a motorcycle handlebar.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there was one where they shaved everybody's pubes and they made him wear a beard. Or they made him go into a toilet, like a store where you would buy toilets and furniture and shit, and he had to poop in the toilet. Like just in a store. Like he just fully just pooped in a toilet that has like no plumbing. It's just like in the store.
Well, you can have my concussions then. Thank you.
Like imagine in Practical Jokers, but like the worst possible thing you could do in any scenario is what Jackass, the entire movie is.
What is Steve-O's most painful injury?
Absolutely 3rd-degree burns. I had skin graft
Oh God, that was
surgery.
fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Suffering 3rd-degree burns, excruciating accident happened when he laid in a bed of liquid rocket fuel, which ignited. Most of the time, they were just on drugs, too.
And then you went on tour immediately.
That was the one you did to you, not the one we did to you.
Right. I did that on my own time.
Yeah.
You didn't learn the first 3.
You got a little call from me a couple of days later.
Yeah.
How many different cadaver skin did you have grafted to?
I had the flesh of 7 different dead people grafted onto 15% of my body. Does Johnny Knoxville still skate?
Oh, man.
Still.
Does anyone have a skateboard? We can prove it.
Yeah, let's only on Tuesday.
Never
How old is Johnny Knoxville?
skateboarded unless we needed some footage.
Slams, like
You
destructive
skateboarded
slams.
twice.
There
Once on a handrail and once on a
No,
ramp.
I remember doing.
Dude, that was like a crazy time for like fucking TMC or whatever. What was it called? Not TMC. TLC. No, not TLC. What am I thinking of? What was the company that hired Jackass? MTV. Originally. MTV, dude, it was just like the fucking early 2000s. It was a bunch of like skaters that were just so willing to get injured and just high on drugs, just like filming the dumbest things possible for views.
During the TV show, I'm like, oh, I'm going to start skating now. And I'd skate out in front of the office, and I just never caught on.
What was the Jackass warning disclaimer? Warning, the stunts you're about to see were performed by professionals and under the supervision of professionals. As such, the producers and MTV must insist that you not try any of this at home.
Everything I think was great except for the as such, but I think that was awesome, Steve. Good job.
Is Jackass real or staged? God, I wish it was staged. Sometimes I wish it was.
What a stupid fucking question. On camera, you watch Steve-O go, look. And then he's going, and he's shaking, and he's piercing a fucking hook through his mouth. It's disgusting. Actually disgusting.
I think that's where we do have credit. Everyone knows it's real.
Yeah. When did Jackass?
Oh my God, yeah. That's like the whole thing. Is like, this isn't fake. We can't fake this.
That's first premiere.
October 1st, 2000.
Wow.
October 1st.
October 1st, 2000.
Who created Jackass?
Was it me?
Well,
Dave.
it's a group effort, but I think the creators would be me, Jeff, and Spike.
How many episodes were in Jackass season 1? I think
8.
8.
8. In each of the 3 seasons, there was 8 episodes for a total of 24.
Plus 2 specials.
Yeah.
Yep, Gumball Rally.
Bro, how much money do you think they made from the Jackass films? I feel like they probably weren't getting paid well at all for the first ones. For what they were doing, like, you're a lot, bro, maybe now millions, but like then, bro, they were probably getting, like, Johnny Knoxville was dead ass getting shot with a beanbag gun. Or to promote it, I'm pretty sure he shot himself with a real gun. Like, he wore a bulletproof vest and shot himself.
Which Jackass cast member suffered the worst injuries?
Poopies.
Poopies.
Yeah.
Poopies got his hand and wrist bitten by a shark with multiple arteries and tendons completely severed. And who knew that they could do surgery to reattach severed arteries?
And also, who would have thought that sharks would bite you when you chum the waters and then water?
I can't do. Is that from the last one? Not this past movie, the one before that. Yeah, they had to go out into like kiddie pool rings. Or not kiddie pool rings. They went out in like noodles and like these rings, and they just chummed the water, and they had to sit in the water with sharks. What a fucking stupid idea. I mean, like, you could literally die.
That was
under the supervision of professionals. Don't forget.
That came out of left field.
That was the single worst injury we had. What safety gear does the Jackass cast use?
There've been some cups.
Yeah, lots of cups.
Whiskey, Adderall.
Did Aaron McGehee break his neck? According to him, he did.
Yeah, 13 times.
No, 3.
Now, according to our medic, it's a little foggy.
On filming Jackass.
According to science?
No, I broke it the first time on Jackass.
It depends if you believe x-rays.
These guys are so lucky how somebody not died. I mean, they are doing it around professionals to save them if something happens, and they probably test them first But still, like, they're more risking really gruesome injury than death. Outside of the one, I'm pretty sure there was one where Johnny Knoxville was strapped to a rocket and it, like, blew up. Like, they actually strapped him to a rocket that was supposed to shoot in the water.
When Jeff... You guys are dicks.
Didn't someone die? There have been cast members. Yeah, who was the guy that died? It was Bam's close friend. And he was in the original ones. He didn't die during the show. He died from other things. Ryan Dunn died. Not from the show, though.
Move on.
Yeah, it was a car crash.
What was Dave England's most dangerous stunt?
Sticking my hand blindly through a hole and severing my tendon in Jackass's butthole. I mean, I actually was pretty scared.
What? Oh, the rocket is what I was saying. He strapped a giant porta potty filled with sewage and launched it in the air. Oh, no.
Putting my hand through there.
Different one.
But
terrifying.
On a butthole, I still don't understand how that happened, but it really did. I had to have my tendon reattached to my fingertip. They had to cut my finger wide open. Crazy.
How did Jeff Tremaine meet Johnny Knoxville?
It was on the set of video Spike Jonze was directing with Jake Fogelnest for the band Wax.
Loomis Falls, the drummer, our guy Loomis.
Do you think there's going to be anybody that tries to recreate the shit Jackass does from our generation? It would be probably titled in some other way, or if they try to redo it. But it's like, there's always going to be room for people doing dumb shit on camera that could potentially harm them. Yeah, like Houston Jones does the lower grade version. Like, Houston Jones does crazy shit. But Houston Jones does not do shit on the same level as, like, Jackass. I don't think he could. I think he would. But if he did, it would just get demonetized.
Yeah.
And you didn't make the cut, but I did.
No, because I had to go wait tables at
People already do. I'm saying with the same funding that Jackass has, where they're getting a movie or a show.
This restaurant, and I missed being in it. And I was like, oh, no, I'm never going to be in show business.
What year was that, you think?
Well, it was the day of the Oklahoma City bombing, unfortunately. But that I remember that happened on that day. So
1995.
Who were the new cast members in Jackass Forever?
Poopies, Zach, Rachel, Jasper, and Eric Manaka.
Yes.
Yeah, and how the fuck did they find these people? Like, how do you get new cast members on Jackass? And you're willingly going, yeah, I want to be a part of this, having watched the previous films.
Did Aaron McGehee really lose a tooth?
Well, that depends if you ask Aaron or science.
No, I will tell you right now. I didn't lose it. It's at home. But I did knock it out the first time with Dave.
I knocked it out. You didn't knock it out.
Doing the tandem bike jumping.
Yeah, I elbowed him in the mouth
Portland.
while we were riding a tandem bike off of a jump, and then he got it fixed. And then a couple years later, we had a head-on collision on mini motorcycles in a grocery store, and I knocked him.
Like, the way they talk about these things so casually. Yeah, well, we, like, head-on ran into each other. We were, like, wearing mini scooters at a grocery store. We just, like, ran into each other full speed. And then, like, I kind of, like, fucking broke my all my bones in my body. That was, like, it was a fun little stunt.
Now, knocked the same tooth out with my shoulder.
For a 10-second clip in a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
And then you got the other one pulled out by a Lamborghini.
Yeah, and then we pulled the one next to it out.
Would the Jackass people be considered the first clip farmers? Because their whole film is just clips?
Because it was a little crooked. I broke my face to my eye.
It's always got to be.
I didn't anticipate such a long answer.
Yeah, Dave said it.
It's real, though, but it's still a farm for a clip. It's not fake. Well, neither is clip farming.
What Shark Tank stunt did Steve-O do?
What was that?
Shark
What?
Tank stunt. I don't remember.
What does that
being
mean?
a
Yeah.
Shark Tank.
No. How did Johnny Knoxville get famous? By doing really stupid shit.
Yep. What was Dave England's grossest stunt, Dave?
I mean, I'm going to have to say the vomit.
Vomit.
Yeah, vomit.
They had to put the vomit, a vomit omelet. But just having somebody throw up into eat a bunch of eggs and, okay, so they probably ate a bunch of raw egg ingredients and then, or like omelet ingredients and then puked it into a pan.
For sure.
Yeah.
I took all the ingredients to an omelet raw.
Yeah, okay.
I ate them and then puked them back up into a
I don't remember this.
frying pan, cooked them up, and ate them again. I did it twice. The first time I fed some to Steve-O, and he rudely puked it back up onto my foot.
Yeah. That didn't get seen because it was too dangerous.
It was the summer in Florida, I think, and it was so hot outside. We had the air conditioning off in the room, and it just made the puke and the omelet smell so much worse.
Who was injured the most on Jackass?
I maybe
to Danger Aaron.
I don't know. I've been injured a lot.
How many concussions has Jackass had? Well, now we're
Wish we could remember.
Single sentient being.
That reminds me of when we got a Man of the Year award for GQ, but as all of us, we were all the Man of the Year.
I was actually I got the cover of Traumatic Brain Injury Week.
Bro, it's also just crazy that Steve-O literally has a dick tattooed on his face. Like a fucking ejaculating penis.
Clean.
Just on his fucking, like, is that not unreal, dude?
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, I didn't even know that existed. And I don't know if that was the exact title, but it was something like that.
What was the picture on the cover?
What made Jackass 3D different? I can answer that. 3D.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Just
You're
nailing
playing
it.
3D chess right there.
Who is going to be in Jackass 2026? Us?
Just
Everyone.
about.
One W Larry.
Justin
our-
Bieber.
Our latest and last cast member, humanoid robot 1W Larry, and Paul Walter Hauser, and comedian Adam Ray.
Adam Ray.
We passed the torch to a robot.
Who is the first female Jackass cast member?
That would be
Stephanie Hodge.
Stephanie Hodge.
Stephanie Hodge.
Yep.
Yep.
What stunt helped Johnny Knoxville create Jackass?
You shot yourself with a gun.
He wore a bulletproof vest, drove out to the desert, and shot himself point blank.
Oh my God, dude. To promote a movie, you fucking shoot yourself in the stomach. Imagine, like, having a bulletproof vest on. Yeah, it's a bulletproof vest. Pointing a gun to your stomach and fucking shooting. That's insane. A self-defense test stunt where he pepper sprayed, tasered, and he was pepper sprayed, tasered, and shot with a gun while wearing a bulletproof vest for Skateboarding Magazine's Big Brother. This footage generated a bidding war and formed the foundation for Jackass.
And the footage came back, and that was definitely the birth of Jackass.
What?
Like, would I be able to show that on stream? Probably not. Probably not. That'd probably be TOS.
Award did Jeff Tremaine receive? Biggest dick of the year from 2001 to 2026.
Biggest dick of life.
Landslide.
Well deserved.
What is the best Jackass movie for new viewers?
Oh, well, I think that's easy. Jackass Best and Last.
Oh.
Wow.
It's subjective of fan favorites. Jackass #2. Most watched Jackass stunt in Jackass #2. The Big Red Rocket. This is the one that I was talking about, where they literally, I'm not going to press play, they strap him to a red rocket and shoot him into the sky, and I'm pretty sure it blows up or some shit.
Start from the end and go work your way back.
Yeah.
Which Jackass members have kids?
I do. Dave.
I do.
Aaron.
Chris.
Claudius.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I think that's
Bam.
Shark Shark. How did the Jackass crew meet? At the methadone clinic.
I met Knoxville for the first time on December 30th of 1999.
This man is amazing with dates.
When did you and I meet?
How does he remember that specific date? Didn't Steve-O go to fucking clown college, which is harder to get into than Harvard percent acceptance-wise?
You and I met in person in January of 1999. Florida tour.
His stories, I know he's sober now, but his stories are fucking unreal from when he was on drugs. One of the coolest YouTube series is Tales from the Trip, and they have animators animate stories of people that tell stories of when they were tripping on certain things, like salvia or ketamine and shit. Bro, he would go on, like, ketamine benders for, like, a week and just be high all the time.
I met you in 95, you in 97, you in, like, 97 or 8. You in 2000, you in 2000.
Technically, we met in January of 2001. That was the first time that the Jackass cast was all in one place.
Yeah.
How many seasons of the Jackass series were there?
3.
season 2 and season 3 were technically just one season, but technically speaking. But we always think of it as 3 seasons of 8 episodes. We only made 24 episodes of Jackass before we quit, and then it became a movie franchise.
And I rewatched them for, we're doing the Jackass podcast, and we made 24 episodes, and I would say about 21 are pretty good. Excuse me.
Ew. Oh my God, that sounded wet. Ugh. I don't have a problem with fart sounds. I think they're funny, but like a wet one, ugh. You gotta check your pants, bro.
What network aired Jackass?
Music television.
MTV.
How did the Jackass crew start?
I'd say that we all started in.
Yo, they gotta bring back MTV Cribs, bro. That was a fun fucking series. I know like YouTubers do that now, but MTV Cribs would be so fun.
Our own rights, individually.
Yo, this is my crib.
Yeah.
100%.
What up?
Who filmed the original Jackass TV series?
It was staged? No, but one of them wasn't. There was like that rapper that did one, and he had like money in his freezer and shit. And it was like a raw reveal of like how he actually lived. And it was like so crazy.
That would be Rick Kosick, Dmitry Esclovich,
Michael Ballard.
Waltney.
Yeah, Nate for sure.
Mike Ballard for sure.
Did we
who was shooting
ourselves?
for Bam?
Yeah, we filmed each other sometimes.
Yeah, we filmed
Ryan G.
ourselves.
Danielle shot some
Joe
things.
Franz.
So many people.
Who were the original members of Jackass?
I mean, it was a
Ryan
very
Dunn.
democratic process. There was never like an assignment. It was just open to everybody in our orbit, and those who showed the motivation and the enthusiasm and the creativity just kind of gelled.
There was a lot.
I always wonder how they got elected. Like, why are they not asking this question of like who has to do what? Because I know when I would watch the Jackass films, there would be ones where it's like, this is your shitty stunt for the movie. Like Bam would have to do something he really like. Bam got oh my God, what is it called where you take a fucking cast iron and you get really fucking hot, you brand someone. They branded Bam and it got infected, and that was like his punishment, was he had to get branded with like a hot metal fucking like iron. And it like they stabbed him, but he jumped, and then they did it like 4 times, and it's just like scarred his body permanently. Stop lying. Go watch the fucking clip. Bam got branded. But I'm saying at some point, what one would you want to do? Like I'm not fucking putting a fish hook through my mouth and jumping in the water with sharks. Like I'd rather do gross shit. I'd rather eat a vomit omelet than fucking jump in the water with sharks. I'd rather get tossed in the air with a porta potty with fucking scuba goggles on and get shit all over me than have my fucking hand, then get shot. Like, how do you pick and choose who does what? And like some of them do more things than others. Like Johnny Knoxville didn't do the gross stuff usually. Johnny did the dangerous shit. He'd get hit by a bullet. He'd get shot with a gun. He'd get thrown into the air with a rocket. It's like they had their own things that they tended to do.
Decision making.
What circus skills does Steve-O have? Not tightrope walking.
Shockingly,
He's a professionally trained circus clown who graduated from the prestigious Ringling Bros and Barnum and Bailey Clown College in 1997. Juggling, roller bola, what is that? Balancing stunts, acrobatics, stilt walking.
So stunned that was an impossible feat for you.
I've got a new circus skill. Sort of juggling ping pong balls.
Oh yeah, yes. We learned that one.
You're not even gonna believe my new ping pong ball trick in the new movie.
And he is available for bar mitzvahs.
What is he gonna like put it in his butthole or something? Like when he says that, you're not gonna believe my new ping pong ball trick. Like I don't want to find out what he's gonna fucking do with the ping pong ball, bro.
How did Preston?
He puts it in his butthole. Oh my God. He swallows them and poops it out his ass. Stop. There is a video from Jackass. I'm pretty sure they go to Singapore where you could get executed for having weed, and he swallowed a condom full of weed and shit it out in the airport.
And Lacey joined Jackass. Preston, I met through you. He was working for your
we met through Beautiful Jason.
Oh my God, if he poops out a fucking ping pong ball, dude. Oh God. There's no way your body would do that. There's no way your body... I gotta Google what he does. I gotta Google it if it's out. Jackass movie newest. Is it out? Oh, it is out. What did Steve-O do with ping pong balls? Yup. He pretended to swallow a ping pong ball and later shot it out of his butthole at a target.
Yeah, the guy who tased you, right?
Yeah, I tased.
You took me to meet Jeff, and we went and filmed with Guar, the band Guar.
And the first bit you ever had was with...
How do you shoot a ping pong ball out of your butt? Like, wouldn't it just kind of plop out like a turd? Like, how are you getting, like how are you, like that's, I'm assuming he needs to go, like, you gotta fucking fart that shit out.
You peed your pants, right?
No, 58 challenge.
Oh, okay.
The Christmas thing is what really...
The eggnog?
The eggnog. Got my place in the show here.
What tattoo stunt did Steve-O do?
There were multiple ones, but only one do I regret more than anything ever.
The movie's off-road tattoo stunt, a tattoo artist tried to ink a smiley face on Steve-O's arm on the back of a Humvee by punk rock icon Henry Collins on a bumpy off-road course.
Henry Rollins?
No.
Oh, the bait.
Yeah, next question.
Never mind.
Next question.
What was it?
Which famous...
I would rather honestly have a dick on my face than Sal's tattoo of young Jaden, young Jaden Smith. Like, I'd rather have the dick on my face than Jaden Smith tattooed on my inner thigh. Like, that tattoo is probably one of the worst tattoos that I've ever seen. In terms of having that, like, you just have to explain that tattoo all the time. You'd have a dick on your face. Yeah, or every time you're ever doing something intimate, you have to go, yeah, so here's the story on why I have a young Jaden Smith on my inner thigh. Like, bro, what?
Next question.
Which famous director produced Jackass? Jeff Tremaine.
Yeah.
What is the Jackass theme song?
Well, it's Minutemen Corona, but if you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough. It's almost like surpassed that for our theme song.
How many times was Johnny Knoxville hit by a bull?
Because I was hit by the bull so many times, I have barely any recollection.
There was a bull.
That's better than having an ejaculating penis on your forehead. You are kind of right on that. I will take it back. Having a dick on your face is not great, but...
For Big Brother, you rode...
You have to explain the dick every time somebody sees you? Not really. I mean, it's a dick on your face, you know? It's pretty self-explanatory. Got a dick on your face, you know? But, like, why do you have Jaden Smith tattooed?
The bull.
Yeah, I half-assed it. There's a bit I wrote too for...
Bullfighting for dollars.
The Mr. Mean.
Oh, the Mr. Mean.
Toro Totter.
Toro Totter, big time.
Does this count as a teardrop tattoo?
Then I was a...
What does that count at? Because it's in the same...
Bullfighting for dollars. I did a bullfighting thing in the first or second.
Oh, white tear. Crying other sorts of tears.
Didn't make it.
The Invisible Man.
Magic trick. Nitro, you got flipped by a bull. Dudeson's too, maybe. Did you get hit?
Come drop, stop.
On that day? I don't remember.
You're asking me.
I think you did.
Sure.
I don't know. It's at least. I think it's at least 10.
When we did the opener for Jackass 2,
oh yeah,
he got in the house. He just kept going. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again.
That was gnarly because you're getting stomped out of the window. Like,
you did it so many times.
Yeah, I wanted to look right.
Did Steve-O get a vasectomy?
You bet.
Why is that one of the 50 top questions?
That I did. I had that idea for a long, long time. It was called the Vasectomy Olympics.
Did you ride a horse bareback right afterwards?
I did.
Did you let a bunch of little...
Oh! Right after he got a vasectomy, he got on a fucking horse? No saddle?
Little kids kick you in the nuts right afterwards?
I dressed up as a piñata, got hung upside down, and the little kids whacked me in the dick with a stick.
Was that just to make sure the vasectomy worked?
Well, that was just to make sure that I would have
swollen testicles.
Yeah.
Your testicles look swollen anyway. They're pretty. Yeah. You got a pretty good set on you.
Well, thanks. Yeah, they looked like a plum when I was done with the vasectomy Olympics.
Why is Jackass rated R?
Chris Pontius.
Like, that is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Penis and butthole.
What?
R.
Chris Pontius.
Oh, why is Jackass rated R? I don't even think if there wasn't penis or butthole, I'm pretty sure it would still be rated R.
Penis and butthole.
For dangerous stunts, graphic male nudity, strong profanity, severe crude material. Extreme self-inflicted pain, gross out humor, frequent non-sexual full frontal nudity. Bro, I mean, in the intro of one of them, they like wrap one of the guy's dicks to look like a mouse, and then they put it in a fucking fish tank with like a viper or some sort of snake, and it bites his penis.
When did Jackass return with a 4th movie?
12 years after 3.
Shot it over
We started, the test was in 2019.
Yeah, and then we started filming and the COVID hit, and so we had to shut down production. So we started in 2020, in the spring of 2020, and then started shooting again in the fall of 2020.
October. Which Jackass movie is the best? I think we all agree. Whoa.
We already said it.
Number 2.
Search about Steve-O's baby tattoo you need to know. Oh, fuck no. Yeah, that's the worst tattoo you could ever get. Oh, my God.
Right? No.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Jackass.
I'm not. He got it covered. I think it was on this arm, and he got it covered.
It literally says best in the title.
Yeah. No, that's really bad.
Yeah.
What skate brand was
No, that's really bad.
Associated with Jackass? Strange Love.
Strange Love, for sure.
That's why he didn't mention it.
Back in the day, Element.
Holy fuck. He probably got that when he was on drugs. What? Did he get that for a fucking movie?
For Element.
He got it removed.
VS, yeah.
That shoe.
Girl. Spike on Girl.
XYZ.
That's the worst tattoo you could ever get. That, like, I don't think there's anything worse.
Dude, I was going to say. Yeah. What celebrity cameos did Jackass have?
Brad Pitt. In the new movie.
Rip Taylor.
For
the Miami Dolphins guy.
Yeah, the Miami Dolphins.
Jason Taylor.
Football guy.
PK Subban.
Yeah.
He was great.
Francis
Bro, just Google it. Just Google it.
Paul Walter Hauser. Francis Ngannou.
It'll be blurred.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Jared Allen.
Lock in. Hold up.
Jason Taylor.
Football guy.
PK Subban.
Yeah.
He was great.
Francis Ngannou.
Paul Walter Hauser.
Oh, yeah. Didn't he get punched full force in the stomach by Francis Ngannou?
Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Jared Allen.
Why is Jackass so beloved?
Friendship, I think, is what sets us apart.
Brotherhood.
Yeah.
In the nuts? He got punched in. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, they measured his punch, and then he got punched in the nuts by Francis Ngannou. That is fucking nuts.
Family.
And really dumb shit.
Another reason Jackass is beloved is because everybody wants to slow down to look at carnage when there's an accident. So it follows that by deliberately creating accidents, which are permissible for people to enjoy, that it would be beloved.
Yeah.
What celebrity did Jackass kidnap? Brad Pitt in the new movie. Who picked the music for Jackass?
They kidnapped Brad Pitt?
I think everyone, will suggest things, the cast and everything, but Jeff and I picked most of it. But I think everyone over time has suggested music for it.
Sure.
Well, there you have it, folks.
That's a joke. Oh, my God. That was a fucking interesting video. My God. Okay. Well, chat, we're going to save this this philosophy video, Does the Universe Need a Creator, for Monday. We're going to call that there. Bit of a shorter stream, but chat, we're going to rip that there. Post it on the main in the gaming if you want to go watch that. But outside of that, chat, it was a fun stream. I hope you guys had fun watching. I had a fun time streaming. If you have any videos you want to watch, games you want to play, videos, games, is how I find most of the videos that I watch the games I play. I'm not live tomorrow or Sunday. Good luck on the World Cup if you, have any bets or you're just watching it in general. If you're a part of either of the countries' nationalities that are taking part. Otherwise, I will see you guys on Monday, probably around 1 or 2. We're going to be doing Reacts and a Friend Slap probably, or other random games. Tuesday, Photo Anomaly random games. Wednesday, not live. Thursday, Shift at midnight, other random shit. Next Friday, Reacts charity stream for Alvea Sanctuary. Matchy Chestnut up to 10K. Saturday next week, Block Wars Switch Rivals event into Mindplex. Next Sunday, not live. Then we're live for like 4 days straight, off 1, on 2 for streamer games, and then probably like off 4-ish, and then I'm back. But I'll be filming content. We got a vlog, streamer games, obviously, a bunch of other shit planned. So, yeah, Caden Savage, Bread, Jonah Fries, The Laggy, Bread, and Ani. Thank you for this up. Yeah, appreciate y'all. Hope you guys had fun watching. I had a fun time streaming. And we're going to call that there. Who do we want to raid? Who do we want to raid? I kind of want to raid Juicy Jacob, bro. Streamer you. We raided J-Shock yesterday. We're not going to raid him again today. We're going to raid Juicy Jacob. All right, appreciate y'all. Hope y'all have fun, and I'll catch y'all later. We are going to raid in 5, 4, 3, 2,